All right. Welcome. Welcome, guys. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. Been busy and, just been trying to get myself up to make videos, boy. It's tough, man. It's tough. See how many of y'all gonna roll in this morning. I decided to go ahead and do one early, just early Saturday, because I got some fans over, overseas, some fans in the UK, some fans in Australia, and I actually wanted to do a live stream, I guess for these guys. So, and they never get to go live because it's always too late when I go live and they're like sleeping. So here you go. God, dog. Good grief. It's only been 25 seconds. 10 of y'all in here. That's what's going on, man. Hey, y'all. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. And guys, you're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. And folks, we're going to get into a little bit of talk, a little bit of fight talk. It's been a minute. Good morning to everybody. I see you guys in the comments section. My man, Arpit Singh. Shout out to Arpit Singh. XA Gucci 23, my main man. Definitely go subscribe to that man's channel. Does a good job. Joe Johnson, Marcus Bell, my moderator. If you get out of line, he gonna boot you up out of here. Marcus Bell down with the LDBC. Leon Dubison, my main man over in the UK, and my man BJ Johnson. BJ, man, hey, how much time do you have, man? Because actually, I'm gonna go through these, and then I just wanted to get maybe your comments, man, or your thoughts on the whole thing. Shout out to BJ Johnson, man. Go to Sports Scrutiny. They have a really good channel. Him and Rob, they do a great job, and I try to catch it when I can, man. I'm just, God, man, I'm so busy, man. I just can't watch a lot of videos, man. I work so much, but when I see them go live, I try to catch a few minutes of the show, and they do a good job, man. They getting better and better. Him and Rob, they work well together, so definitely I appreciate it, man. Tony Head, what's going on, man? Brooklyn in the house. Mary Thomas, my girl. Mary, I might have to see, if you'd be cool to, give me some of your thoughts too. Maybe after about 20 or 15 minutes into the show, kind of want to bring a couple of you guys in and, man, we do this because I got about 2 hours a day to kill, man, and that's unrare. But, man, my man Keith Brown, MMA and boxing. Keith, a funny dude, man. Love Keith, good guy. And Keith got a fight later on, guys. Dang, BJ at work. BJ at work. Hot dog. Oh, man. This today I wanted to get some opinions, man. Dang. Man, guys, do me a favor. Go to Sports Scrutiny, man, and hopefully BJ, man, if you can log back in and type in the comment section, man, under Sports Scrutiny, so people can just click on it and go to the channel, man. Good channel. I enjoy the channel. Definitely. All right. Reggie the Tree. All my guys. Jefferson alive. All right. XA Gucci, man. Y'all some working people, man. I love it. Let's go ahead, man. Let's talk about these, man, because I don't want to keep people here too long. I know people got stuff to do. Thank you for the new subscribers, guys, that's coming in. Okay, guys. I saw the UFC promo, and I was a little irritated, man. I was a little irritated. Okay. BJ said he can get in for a few minutes. All right. Tell you what, BJ, give me a quick second. Let me get to the opening intro, and I'm gonna send you a link real quick, okay? All right, but folks, I was real irritated, okay? I was extremely irritated. That when I saw the UFC promo for Cyborg versus Kunitskaya, yeah, I'm a Cyborg fan. I'm biased, and I was really happy. Okay, I mean, I was happy. I was happy that they did a promo with Cyborg on it. But I'm sitting here thinking, okay, why didn't y'all talk about Yana Kunitskaya? See, my issue with the UFC, they're really doing a horrible job with the women. They just are, man. And I'm a Yana fan as well, so I'm like, okay, put Yana in there, okay? Put Yana Kunitskaya, like give a couple of clips. Hey, this is Holly Holm's training partner, out to get revenge, something to that nature. But they didn't do it, They didn't do it. And I'm just like, man, that's messed up. Okay. Now let me go ahead and put this out there before I start. I am not a fan of the Jackson Winklejohn gym. Okay. BJ, I got to bring you in now if you only got a few minutes. So, all right, BJ, the link's there. I'm just not a fan of the Jackson Winklejohn gym. Okay. I'm just not. But I like Yana because Yana Kunitskaya is not afraid. Okay. She's not afraid. Hey, Guitar Babe, I sent you a link if you want to come in, okay? Because I want to get your thoughts too. Mary Thomas, let me know if you want to get your thoughts in. Reggie the Tree, everybody. But I was upset, y'all. I was upset because, okay, here's a chance to really promote this fight. Okay, here's a chance to really, get more people involved in it. And it's like, okay, you only talk about Cyborg, which I don't object to that now. I don't object to that because I'm a Cyborg fan. I don't object to any of that. But we're trying to build a fight. We're trying to build the 145-pound division. And, I'm just like, okay, it's almost like they do these dumb things, man. Like the UFC, they just do stupid stuff, man. They stupid. Yeah, stupid. Stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna go live after the fight, man. I mean, yeah, I understand. Yeah, Jefferson, I understand that, but let's try to promote the fight. Let's bring attention to the women. Let's bring attention to the 145-pound division. And I think this was the UFC's like big chance right here to just say, you know what? This is the training partner of Holly Holm out for revenge or something to that nature where, hey, you know what? Hey, I train with Holly Holm. Let's see what the train. Do you know like how they could have really sold that? But I just think they just, gosh. They just did a terrible job. Okay. They did a horrible job. If we're trying to really get the women's division and not just for Cyborg, yeah, it's cool me being a Chris Cyborg fan and all, but I actually want the division to flourish. And now you got Leah Letson, who's been signed, into the UFC. We want to draw attention to those names. We got Megan Anderson, who will somewhere return. I don't know when, but she will return. So you got a division now that can, you got some names in it. Okay, Yana, she ain't no slouch. I mean, Yana can fight. She can fight. She may not beat Cyborg, but Yana can fight. She got a tough chin. And I just thought it was stupid. Okay. Come on, man. Promote these ladies. Promote them. Give them a shot. Talk about Yana. Even if it was for 30 seconds, talk about Yana Kunitskaya. Okay? Talk about it. Crazy, man. Crazy. Wow. Yeah. Let's see. Let me see. Okay. All right, Guitar Babe. I got your family. I got you. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, Jefferson, they made that same mistake with Ronda versus Amanda Nunes. Yeah, they only talked about Ronda. Let's see, Leon, to be fair, this is a short notice replacement for the main event. It is Yana's first UFC fight, so I'm not 100% sure what they could have done with the time available. They you know what? They could have just mentioned her in the promo, man. They could have just said, hey, Yana, this is Yana Kunitskaya. She was Invicta champion. She fought the likes of Tanya Evinger. I mean, she's got a resume. It's not like she don't have a resume. She fought Tanya Evinger twice. Okay, she fought Evinger twice. She trained with Holly Holm. They could have sold that. I mean, they could have sold it. I mean, they could have sold it, guys. They could have. George, I ain't seen a Black Panther. I'm gonna wait till it come out on DVD. I never go to the movies. I never see a movie. I don't do it. I just wait till they come out on DVD. But I still buy it. But this is my thing, man. Okay, Yana, man, good grief. But I guess people complain about it. I guess that's not gonna mean anything. It ain't gonna matter. Because at the end of the day, the UFC, they're gonna do exactly what they want to do. They just are. BJ, I sent you the link, brother. Come on, man. You're coming, man. Come on. I sent BJ Johnson a link. Mary Thomas, you're linked in. Let me just send it from the email then. I sent it right from the website. George Page, my brother George Page. Love George Page. Good dude, man. I don't know, man. It seemed like every time when it comes to the 145-pound division, it just seems like the UFC, they just have an issue, man. They got an issue with promoting the 145-pound division, and moreover, it just seems like when it comes to Cyborg, anything dealing with Cyborg, it just there it is. All right, and we got my man BJ Johnson from Sports Scrutiny.
What's up?
Go sub to that channel, man. Subscribe to the channel. Please, him and Rob, they do a good job, man. And we gotta, all his brothers, we gotta work together, man. BJ, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
Man, so what are your thoughts, man? You don't have to, you can say what you feel, man. This on you today.
Okay, this is the thing, man. Like, me and Rob was talking about this the other night, and Rob was like, well, because Rob's not really like he's not a MMA person, like he's getting into MMA. And he was like, well, who? And he's what you would call a casual fan. So he was like, who's the other chick? And your casual fan's not gonna know who Yana Kunitskaya is. So that's like exactly what you was talking about, Coach. You know what I'm saying? Like the casual person is not gonna know who Yana Kunitskaya is, and especially not from the promos. They didn't give her nothing. Like Yana's a slouch, man.
Yeah, well, hold on, man. Super chat. Whoa, guitar babe. That's what I'm talking about. And guys, y'all know the super chat dollars, man. They go to the kids in my training gym. I buy them equipment. So, she's on the list with Keith Brown MMA Boxing and TJ347 and TC Johnson. They bought the kids a lot of equipment. Thank you guys. Thank you. Love you guys. Awesome. Yeah, BJ. I agree with you, bro. Yana is not a big star, but girl she got a resume. It's not like she a bum.
She got a resume. She's definitely got a resume.
And she a tough fighter, man. She gonna come in and fight. She gonna put on a good show for the fans. I mean,
yeah.
Yana is tough. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I like Yana better than I do Holly Holm. I do. I like Yana better. That's just me.
I think Yana's a little more aggressive than Holly. Holly is very technical to me. She's very technical. You know what I'm saying, with her strikes, and it becomes kind of predictable, versus Yana. If Yana sees that opening, you know what I'm saying, she's gonna, even though I don't think she's gonna see that opening on Cyborg, you know what I'm saying, but if she sees that opening, she's gonna swarm, you know what I'm saying? And I like that about Yana because, somebody that's a pressure, Cyborg needs to fight someone, now that's gonna pressure her just a little bit. And I think Yana will pressure her. And Yana's gonna be looking, to me, I think Yana's gonna be looking for the knockout, Coach.
Okay. All right. See, and BJ, I thought Yana was gonna be looking for the submission.
Okay.
Because her ground game, her submissions have actually gotten a lot better. You remember she was trying to submit Tanya Evinger. She kept trying to do it. And I give her some credit. I give a lot of credit for doing that because Tanya is a fish in that water. She's a fish. Yeah. And wow, man. So it's gonna be a good fight for as long as it lasts. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm ready for it, man. I want to see how Yana's gonna do against. But Coach, let me ask you this question. I only got a few minutes on here, so I got to ask you before I dip out. What do you think is next, especially with Leah Letson being signed right now? Do you think they're gonna do something like Megan? I keep hearing, like, I'm not hearing it a lot, but like every now and then I'll run across they trying to book Megan versus Holly.
Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you, BJ, I ain't gonna be mad if they book Megan and Holly. I ain't gonna be mad if they book Megan and Leah. I ain't gonna be mad if they book Holly and Leah. I ain't gonna be mad. Matter of fact, if Leah Letson get to fight Holly Holm, hey, because you and I, we interview her anyway, so
yeah,
we gonna get an interview with her because we showed her love. You know what I mean? We've been showing her love, so she always gonna come back to us, man. She always.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I, me, you and me, Eric, Rob, we can ask her today, hey, Leah, could you come on today? Leah will work her schedule out to get on the show. Like, she would.
She would do it.
But I know she in training, man, and she's trying to get some stuff done.
Right.
And so, I don't want to keep, like, bombarding her all the time. I just send her, like, little messages here and there. But, like, when I catch her in a break, when I think she at a breaking point, then I talk to her, man. Because, I mean, she do, man. She do. That's one thing I love about Leah. She'll do it for us, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, brother, I ain't going to be mad, man. Hey, let's do some fantasy matchup then. I'm going to ask you this, BJ.
Okay.
Who do you think wins between Holly and Leah? And then how do you think the fight plays out?
Holly and Leah. I see. I see. As far as striking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, because I don't see that fight going to the ground unless Leah gets her to. I mean, that might be Leah's game plan. You know what I'm saying? Her game plan might be to try to get Holly down. But if it stays on the feet, you know what I'm saying? I think I can see Holly somewhat kind of outstriking Leah to an extent. But then I also see Leah landing a hard punch. I see Leah landing a bomb. You know what I'm saying? And I see Leah swarming her, you know what I'm saying, after she lands that bomb. So to me, that fight can go either way because on the feet, I love Leah Letson. We down with Leah, you know what I'm saying? But on the feet against somebody like Holly, I think Holly would outstrike her. But I see Leah landing a bomb, You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Rose Namajunas versus Joanna Jedrzejczyk. You know what I'm saying? Like I see her, I see Holly striking, piecing Leah up at first, but then I see Leah landing a bomb,
Oh man, boy, you brought up that name, Joanna Jedrzejczyk. Why you do it, man? Why you do it? Come on.
I had to, coach.
All right, BJ. George Page want to know who do you have between Tisha and Claudia? No, wait a minute. It ain't Tisha. It's Tisha and it's Tisha and Jessica.
Andrade, yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go with Jessica Andrade. And I think because Jessica's a little more versatile as far as jumping between weight classes. She's jumped between weight classes, so that gives her like a size. To me, I think it gives her like a size advantage and possibly like a strength advantage because she's fought bantamweights and beat bantamweights. She's fought flyweights and she fought strawweight. So, I just see Jessica Andrade's weight and strength being a little bit too much for Tisha Torres to handle.
Okay, BJ. See, I said Tisha, but you know what, BJ? I ain't think of that, man. I didn't think about. I forgot about that. Jessica Andrade done beat some. She's beat up a couple of bantamweights, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, man. So you got me thinking I might want to change my pick, man. But
yeah, I mean, because Tisha Torres is small. She's small. She's a small girl. And I just see like just the like, especially if it goes to the ground. I just see Jessica Andrade kind of like mauling Tisha Torres. You know what I'm saying? Like Khabib would maul somebody. You know what I'm saying? Just because she was just out. Now on the feet. Tisha may land a few, use her striking because she's a quick little striker. You know what I'm saying? But Jessica Andrade she's gonna maul her just like she mauled Claudia Gadelha.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I hear you, man. You know what, BJ? I might have to change, but I'm still kind of on the fence, man. I don't know, BJ, because you got me thinking, man. You got me thinking, guys.
I'm just spitting facts, coach.
He's spitting some facts, man. And guys, this is BJ Johnson of Sports Scrutiny, guys. Don't forget, go subscribe to the channel. We support each other. I support them. And brothers, we got to stick together, fellas. Got to do it because we building this community, man. So shout out to them. Bro, okay, man. I don't know, BJ. I'm on the fence, man. But I was always Tisha Torres, and now I'm kind of like, okay.
Well, Coach, let me ask you this question, Coach. Before I jump out of here, let me ask you this question. I'm out here on this lot trying to sell some cars, man. But what do you think would happen between if they booked Megan and Holly? I know you've talked about this before, but I gotta hear it live, Coach.
Is she gonna show up to the fight? I mean, I gotta ask you, man. She gonna show up to the fight? I mean, you tell me.
I don't know, man, because I mean, the curse of Megan Runderson and Jermaine Durandame, man, it's still apparent.
Well, I tell you, man, I would pick Holly to win that fight, but then, BJ, you can't forget about that Jackson Winklejohn curse. That thing's real. And I told y'all about that thing. Look, man, what they 0-23. Sarah Kaufman was the only one having some kind of success, but you know what? The curse bit Sarah Kaufman because Sarah Kaufman, not even in the UFC. No. John Jones can't stay clean. Holly Holm can't buy a victory. I mean, come on, man. Look at all the people in that gym that's just losing. Oh, yeah, Carlos Condit. He went in there and got beat up. I mean, dog, that curse, man. You know what? And I told myself, BJ, I said, if I ever take a visit to the Winklejohn gym, they probably might not even let me in the doors. But if they did, I would have to get some holy water, sprinkle the holy water over my head before I walked in the gym. And if I shook hands with Winklejohn or Jackson, I'd have to rebuke that in the name of Jesus. That's what I have to do. I can't do it. That curse real. That curse real.
I'm telling you. I just think, do you think it's the coaches? It's not the fighters. I think it's the coaches.
I just think, man, that they real old school, man. And I think they get into a routine at that gym. And I think people are I think the fighters are used to the routine. They're not seeing, I guess, they're not experiencing different strikers, different anything on a high level. They are, but it's like, see, like we'll take Valentina. Like Valentina, man, they go to multiple gyms, they train with multiple different people. They look at many different styles when they get ready for a training camp. But it's like everybody just fight everybody in the Winklejohn gym. Like they don't, you don't never see them really going outside too much, you know, doing a whole lot of stuff. And I just think Mike Winklejohn, I think Greg, I think they're knowledgeable. I think they know what they're talking about, but it's just getting them to apply it, man. Because you know, you even see Holly, man, she don't listen to them in the corner.
No.
Holly go back out and Holly even said it. Sometimes I get into the moment and I just don't even hear them. Yeah, because you don't listen. And you know, she go in there and do something different.
It's like Holly, when she fights, it's like she does the same thing over and over, hoping that it's going to work, you know. And it doesn't, because her last, Holly's last 1, 2, 3 fights from who did she lose? She lost to Misha. After Misha, when she fought the next fight, it's like she's fought the same way ever since she fought Jermaine Durandame. Like she hadn't changed anything in her game. You know what I'm saying? She started working the clinch a little bit more. I noticed she worked the clinch well with Cyborg. You know, but I just think that she isn't doing much different to adapt into to the fighters that she's fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not. You know, let's say for instance, like let's say if Raquel Pennington and Miesha Tate had a rematch. You know what I'm saying? Raquel Pennington's going to work on her ground game, right or wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it seems like Holly's not doing anything to adapt to the fighter that she's about to fight. It's like she just does the same thing over and over again, hoping that it'll work. You know, to me, that's what I see when I see Holly fight. Now, Coach, I'm not a mixed martial artist, nothing like that. I'm a fan, you know, and I'm just watching like everybody else is watching. And, you know, that's what I see.
Wow. Okay. I mean, yeah, you know, I have to agree with that too, man. It's I don't know, man. It's something, man, where Holly not using all her athletic gifts to win these fights. And she's only using, like, she's very one-dimensional.
Yes.
And when you get somebody who can pick her apart, like, you know, Cyborg only used 1 or 2 of her attributes, kicking and punching. That's all she did. And she stood back. She waited on Holly Holm, just like Valentina did, just like Jermaine did, just like Miesha Tate did. They just waited on Holly Holm to commit to the offense. They countered Holly Holm to death. Then they just kept letting Holly do the exact same thing. And, you know, when they pick up on it, that's it. Once they get it, once they catch it, once they get the rhythm of Holly down, the fight's done, man. You know,
it seems like when Holly's in these 5-round fights, it seems like, you know, after the 3rd round, they got Holly figured out. You know, after like 3 rounds of fighting Holly, whoever she's fighting has got it figured out. You know what I'm saying? Because Miesha figured it out. Miesha figured it out 2nd round. You know what I'm saying? Cyborg figured it out, middle of 2nd round? You know, Jermaine Durandame figured it out. Valentina Shevchenko figured it out. You know, it's just, you know, it's not she's doing the same thing over and over, you know. And that screaming, Coach, the screaming.
Yeah, like
like
what the hell are you, Bruce Lee? I mean, what the hell are you doing, Holly?
She screams before she attacks, so that lets them know she's about to attack when she screams, you know.
Yeah, man. And you know, I'll be honest. I think Holly Holm, I think that was Valentina's easiest fight. I think that was the easiest fight she ever had, and it's amazing because Holly Holm is a physical specimen. She's a physical specimen, and when she clinched Valentina, you know, she got the strength advantage. She had it. Yes. Valentina had to use Holly Holm's weight against her to trip her, but you know, Valentina wasn't going to win a strength battle with Holly Holm. No. And even Holly Holm was using that to try to manhandle Chris Cyborg. So Cyborg said, "Oh, well, I just knew Holly wasn't going to try to take it to the ground." So she said, "I just stood there and just let Holly just do it, like, because she wasn't going to do nothing."
Right.
I mean, I'm just like, so man, with them physical gifts, Holly Holm need to be in grapple tournaments. But I just been saying, man, that the reason why she don't want to do it is, think about it. You Holly Holm, and you get into one of these tournaments, and somebody, you know, put you in a submission. Well, you got some low-level fighter ain't nobody ever heard of submitting Holly Holm. Well, see that right there, and Holly got that ego, man. She got an ego, and it's like, well, I can't let that happen, or that can't go down. You know, no, we can't have that. You know,
right? So
instead of working on that stuff, like you got who was that fighter? I tell you who work on this stuff. Who you got Chris Cyborg. She do grapple tournaments when she not fighting. You got Jessica Andrade. She do them. Tisha Torres do a few. Rocky Pennington used to do them before she got hurt. They do these little on their weaknesses, but you they just don't want to do it. Fighters like Joanna Jedrzejczyk, they don't want to go through with it, man, because they don't want to get hit. Or they don't want to get picked on, or people like us will be sitting here laughing at them, like, God, no, you see. But no, honestly, if Joanna Jedrzejczyk and Holly Holm did grapple tournaments, I would completely support that, and I would be like, you know what, this is them working on what they got to work on. No. I wouldn't even make any negative videos. I wouldn't say nothing. I'd be like, props to them, props to them for working on it.
Yep.
That's and I promise you got my word. These Holly Holm fans, I know y'all get mad and butthurt. Listen, you have my word. Okay. If I do it, I'll make a Holly Holm intro video.
Oh man.
I mean, I think I owe you a Megan Anderson intro video if she ever take the Cyborg fight.
I think Megan is not. I think she thinks she's not ready for Cyborg. I think Megan is waiting on the featherweight division to be built so she can have a couple tune-up fights, because it's been way too long since Megan been in a fight. Her last fight was Charmaine. Was it Charmaine Tweet?
Charmaine Tweet. That was like what, a year, 18 months ago.
Yeah, that's been a while ago. So I don't think she wants to jump back into jump right into the Lions Den. I think she's waiting on the division to a couple more girls to get signed. Possibly, now I bet you, Coach, every dollar I will make that if Yana Kunitskaya beats Cyborg, Megan Anderson's gonna call her out. I guarantee you. Megan will be game, 100% game to fight if Yana Kunitskaya somehow beats Chris Cyborg. I'm telling you.
And speaking of Lions Den, guys, Trap House Boxing, K-Black Boxing, LDBC, we are the Lions Den boxing community. And guys, we are a movement, and we're going to expand, and we're going to dominate the whole media market. Shout out to them brothers. BJ, I agree with you. You're right, man. Megan gonna call out. She gonna make Yana, come fight the real true champion. Please, Yana. It's my shit. It's my shit. I don't have That's what she would say. Yeah. But she ain't gonna call out Cyborg like that. She ain't gonna do it. She is not.
No.
She is not going to call out Cyborg. We know she not gonna do it.
I told you I'm hanging on by a thread to Megan Anderson. And Coach, I was gung-ho for Megan Anderson. Gung-ho. I love Megan Anderson. But I'm hanging on by a thread, man. Especially when after Cyborg beat Holm and she called her out on the little Aussie and Fancy show. I think there's only one true featherweight, to make it the next fight. Once I'm cleared to fight, I will be ready to take that challenge. Next thing you know, when Cyborg is clever. Whoever is running Cyborg's Twitter is so clever because they put together. You think that was a fake poster, or you think that was a real poster?
A what? Wait a minute.
When Cyborg posted the saying that she was she was offered the fight with Megan Anderson, and she made the poster with her and Megan Anderson, and it said February 10th, I think. And then Megan goes, "Oh, that's fake news." Like.
It could be, man. It could be.
I'm telling you, man.
Because Ray Ellerby been stalking her. He ain't like stalking her like that, but he been picking on her, man, on social media. He been on Megan helmet. I'm talking about he been on that dang on helmet.
Yeah, oh yeah. But the last statement, Coach, the last little bit of true Megan Anderson fan that's left in me is I am impressed by her little training videos that she puts out with her hitting pads. Megan got some power, Coach. You know what I'm saying? She could present, like I've said before, she can present problems for Cyborg if she just gets in there and does it.
She too sloppy. Her saving grace is her right hand. That's the equalizer. If she can get that off and catch it, yeah, that's gonna be a problem. But skill wise, nah, man, she too sloppy. And when Megan get hit too, Megan.
Yes, Coach said she almost got knocked out by that spinning back fist. Man, yeah. I'm telling you, I cracked up forever on that, man. I had to go back. Coach, I had to go back and watch that spinning back fist, man.
Yeah, what is Charmaine Tweet? She 40 going on 50, and she almost knocks you out. Listen, I get it. You can't be sloppy and leave your chin exposed like that against Chris Cyborg. If you do, you're going to sleep. And right. I think Megan would go to sleep before Hollywood, even though Megan is bigger, because Holly Holm uses her footwork, and everybody knew that Chris Cyborg was going to have to, she was going to be trying to cut off that octagon with Holly Holm. Chris Cyborg not gonna have to do that with Megan Anderson. Megan Anderson gonna stand right there, and she gonna be right there to hit. And as soon as she try to come in for an attack, Chris gonna hit her. Megan gonna try to back it up. And if Megan fight on her back foot, it's over, man. It's a wrap. I'm telling you, Megan is a big target, a huge target, strong target.
She is.
She's not very technical. Megan,
Right.
Megan was technical. Now Megan had Holly Holm's skill set that big. Okay, the fight's 50-50. But see, Megan, it need to be a mix of Holly and Megan together. Not so much of Holly backing up so much. Because see, Megan, now I give Megan credit. She'll come forward. Okay, she'll come forward. She will try to push the action, but man, she tried it against Chris. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
So coach, what you think is going to be? What kind of strategy do you think Yana's going to employ against Cyborg?
I think Yana gonna try to submit her. I think Yana gonna try to get in, clinch, submit. See now, Holly Holm won't take her to the ground. Now Yana will. Yana will do it, and Yana is gonna assume that she's the bigger person. So they're gonna employ that strategy. Hey, look, you got a ground game. Hey, you get Chris against the cage, you take her down. Hey, see, I'm telling you, that's the game plan. The game plan is not for her to stand. She ain't gonna win that battle, but a clinch battle, yep. And she's gonna take her down, try to submit. That's Yana's plan.
Is Yana big? She's not bigger than Cyborg, is she?
Oh, yes, she is. Yana's a big man. Yana is big. Okay.
Yeah.
Yana is like, Yana like a 200-pound girl trying to fit into a 100-pound girl spandex. She'd be squeezing into that weight, man.
Right. Yeah.
But she's
to me, I mean, with Yana, I see if Tanya. To me, I think if Tanya Evinger was able, even though Tanya Evinger wasn't able to hold Cyborg down, she was able to take Cyborg down. So I think if Tanya Evinger was able to take Cyborg down, I think Yana has a really good chance of getting her down. The problem is not really so much getting Cyborg down; it's keeping her down.
Yeah, man, she gonna get up. Tanya, Cyborg didn't even want to go to the ground with Tanya. Like she knew, man, that the probability now Cyborg weakness is submissions. Okay,
right.
That's where she weak at, and it don't take a rocket science to figure that out, man. If you can get her to the ground, and like she like to throw a lot of punches, and especially with the ground and pound, man, you get Tanya Evinger, a good submission artist that can see that stuff coming, catch it, roll her back over into an armbar submission, or throw a Kimura on her, catch her arm, roll her hips, throw into a Kimura. It's a wrap. She'd be able to get a submission. So I that's why Cyborg won't go to the ground with people like that. With Yana, she probably would go to the ground, and we would probably see her BJJ skills work. But Yana saving grace, she's gonna have to try. God, dog, whoa! Reggie the Tree, $100 in the super chat. God, dog, what? We talking about 3 kids equipment, man. Look, man, I'm gonna take a photograph. And I'm going to show y'all in the video all the super chat dollars what y'all done did. I'm going to show y'all the equipment, man, that I done put out, man, that I done bought with that money. God, dog. Man, what on guys? Shout out to my man, Reggie the Tree, man. Reggie the Tree. Dang, man. Oh, man.
Hey, thanks for the support, man. Hey, yeah, Coach, man. I'm going to support you too, man. I just don't ever get around to it, but I got your back, man.
Man, I got to do better getting your back, man. Shoot. But we here now, man. I just ain't had no time, but man, when
good.
But we gotta get
all our videos are on our page, guys. Sports Scrutiny Live. Go subscribe to us. We are up and coming channel. We're growing. Possibly adding in a third co-host. He was on our show last week. His name is Jeremy. Go check him out. So we're gonna be trying to do some big things for you guys.
Hold up, BJ. Hold up 1 second, BJ.
Hold up, man.
Hold up, BJ. You got to say it better than that, man. You got to sound more enthused, man. Hey, let's hey, do a take 2. Okay, take 2, go.
Hey guys, subscribe to Sports Scrutiny Live. We are the hottest channel covering all sports from NFL to NBA. Subscribe to the Scooter Nation. We here, baby.
I like it, man. I like it. Subscribe to the Scooter Nation.
Oh yeah. But listen, man, I got to get back out here on this lot, man. I appreciate you letting me come in and share my thoughts with you, and then I'll catch up with you guys later.
Hey, man, shout out to BJ, Mary Thomas. We was waiting on you. I don't know what happened. Mary got sucked into the hole of no return. All right.
All right, Coach. Peace out, man.
Yeah, man. Much love to you, man.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Reg. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate your guitar, babe. Y'all throwing into the super chat, man. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna show y'all a photograph of the equipment, man. That I got them, man. It's kind of nice, man. Yeah, kind of nice. All right, but anyway, yeah. BJ kind of put it out there, man. BJ put it out there. Let's see. What am I saying? Where we at? Okay. All right. So yeah, that's what it is. So we talked about the fantasy matchups. So let's go ahead and talk about Reneau versus McMann. Okay, I want to talk about that one. That's a good fight. Reneau versus McMann. Man, that's gonna be good, y'all. It's gonna be a good fight. Marion Reneau looked good. She looked real good, man. She looked more like she looked shredded, man. I'm talking about extra shredded than what she normally like. Marion looked strong. And I think that they employed a lot of weightlifting, man, for this camp, man, because Sarah McMann is a strong girl. And this is gonna be a good fight. Okay. Sarah McMann is a strong woman, okay? Respect on Reggie the Tree's name. Respect on his name. God knows. Whew, 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 whew. Man, that just caught me by surprise, man. I get caught choked up, man, when, especially when it's helping some of my youth, man. You know, but I'm gonna do. I got to do something, man. Definitely not showing you where your dollar's going, but I'll do it. I promise. But y'all, Marion Reneau is she's looking good, man. Sarah McMann had a really good training camp. This is gonna be good, man. Sarah McMann had a terrific training camp. It was good. Marion Reneau had a really good training camp, and I've interviewed Marion on his channel like many times. Okay, and Marion is not. She said, this is do or die. She got to win. The reason why is because of her age, and there's only so many opportunities that she's gonna get. And I think that if Marion Reneau could win this fight, I think that she'll be one fight away from a title shot. Because I think that for her, she's gonna have to win 2 fights in a row within the top 10 to get a title shot. So she's ranked number 8, Sarah's ranked number 7. She's gonna have to do it. And then I think maybe the loser. I think the loser of Kat Zingano versus Ketlin Vieira, I think that loser is going to fight Marion Reneau. I think the winner of Ketlin Vieira, Kat Zingano, they're going to fight the winner of Rocky Pennington and Amanda Nunes. Okay, and then I think that Marion, if she can beat the loser of Ketlin Vieira, Kat Zingano, then I think she'll be a #1 contender. So Marion really got the ball in her court right now. She's been working, man, for what, 4 years to actually get into a position to have a title shot. And this is to me, this is the only chance. I mean, she got to win this fight. She has to win this fight. If not, we know that she's on the no love list. She's the princess of the no love list, and she'll probably go from number 8 to number 15. Like, I mean, without a doubt, that's what they're gonna do to her. So she's got to do it. She's got to do it. After Sarah got submitted by Ketlin and took the wins. Yeah, you know what, Sarah. If Sarah can't overpower you, if Sarah McMann cannot overpower you, then she will kind of just, I don't know, she don't have a plan B. Like, Sarah has to be able to overpower you and take you down. And I feel like Sarah McMann don't have plan B. I think Sarah McMann has a great plan A. She's got a terrific plan A. But, if that don't work, then her striking is just not going to do it. It's not going to do it for you. It's just not. It's just not going to do it, And I just feel bad. And my girl Michael Myers says, hold on. She says, what do you think it'll be Marion Reneau against Sarah McMann? Sarah had a hard time with the striker who was also good on the ground in her fight against Ketlin Vieira. Reneau is a much better striker. Yeah, I don't, you know what, Michael Myers? I think that Sarah McMann, she going to try for those double leg takedowns, and she going to try to get Marion on her back. That's what she's going to try to do. The thing of it is, though, Marion is pretty good, man. And if Marion get Sarah in a triangle, I'm telling you, it's a wrap. If Marion puts Sarah McMann in a triangle, it's a wrap, okay? Marion Reneau is a student of that triangle hold. And people don't even realize, man, that how well, I think she got one of the best triangle holds in MMA. One of the best. Okay, for somebody who's 40 years old, like, she executes that triangle maneuver like she's been doing it her whole life. I mean, she's very good at it. So I don't know. I mean, and Sarah may have a solution for it. I don't know. But I think this is not going to be an easy fight for Sarah. It's not. Marion Reneau, it's a reason why that, Sarah, Juliana Pena, they didn't want to fight Marion early on because Marion Reneau is a risk. She's a risk. Marion Reneau is a risk. Like, she's one of those fighters that it's a low risk, uh, low risk, low reward type fight. No, it's a high risk, low reward. You fight her, you're gonna risk getting beat. But see, now Marion's issue is Marion Reneau cannot let it go to the scorecards. Okay, she can't do it. If Marion Reneau lets it go to the scorecards, she's done. Okay, she's done. And I know that these judges, if the fight is close, they're gonna rob her. Okay, she will, well, not rob her, but she's not gonna get a decision against Sarah McMann. She's gonna have to take the fight out the judges' hands. Marion has to finish Sarah. She's gonna have to. She will not get a decision. You guys hear it first, okay? She's not gonna get it. And I've come to understand now. Let's see, Cyborg versus Valentina. I think Cyborg will beat Valentina because of the size. Valentina's too small. She's too small. And you're talking about Valentina fighting somebody on fight night who would probably outweigh her by 30 pounds. Okay. That weight matters. Okay. I don't care what you say. The weight matters. Valentina is skilled, but when Cyborg can close the distance and she got a size advantage and a strength advantage, it's not going to look well for Valentina. I mean, Valentina would go the distance probably, but she would, definitely get hit a lot. And it's just not a plausible fight for Valentina, who's a featherweight. Y'all got to remember, Valentina's not even, she ain't even a true bantamweight. Valentina's a featherweight. So you taking somebody who can outweigh you by 30, 35 pounds, they're going to come in and they're going to come in with that weight advantage anyway. No. And even Valentina on fight night, she don't even get to 140. Valentina come in the octagon at about 136 pounds. So it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Valentina would lose. She would lose that fight probably. Yeah, Michael Myers, I'm telling y'all, she is going to have to, Marion Reneau has to finish Sarah McMann. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She's going to have to finish. If she doesn't, and even if the fight, Marion is doing a good job in decisively winning rounds, I think the judges, they're not going to give her a decision. I don't think so, And Marion is a good fighter. The Ashley Evans Smith fight was a travesty. I mean, that's probably one of the worst decisions in women's MMA history. That fight right there. Okay, I would challenge anybody to find me another fight in women's MMA history where the judges got it wrong so bad that it was obvious that they got this wrong. Obvious that it was wrong. Okay, so to me, that's one of the worst decisions in women's MMA history. But now you let the Holly Holm fan tell you, they'll tell you that Holly Holm beat Chris Cyborg. They'll tell you that, but it is what it is. Okay, let's talk about Tisha Torres and Jessica Andrade. Okay, this is gonna be a good fight. BJ got me thinking now. Jessica Andrade is a bigger person. She has beat some bantamweights. She's lost a couple to some bantamweights, but she's won to some bantamweights. So that's to be notable. I don't know, what is Tisha Torres going to be able to do? What is Tisha going to be like? How is she going to attack? Like, Jessica Andrade is susceptible to a jab. She's very susceptible. Jessica Andrade is susceptible to the jab. She can't handle a good jab. She can't do it. Go back and watch the Joanna Jedrzejczyk fight. Go back and watch that fight. Joanna Jedrzejczyk put on a boxing clinic against Jessica Andrade. I mean, a clinic. She put on an absolute clinic, a massacre, and she really took the fight from Jessica Andrade from the opening bell. Where Jessica Andrade made a problem, she should have checked. She should have kept trying to get Joanna Jedrzejczyk to the ground. And Jessica Andrade, her ground game is very underrated. It's extremely underrated. Okay. And I just think people don't give her enough credit for it. All right, my girl Mary Thomas is in the house. Finally, Mary, what's going on, sister? How you doing today?
None, just chilling.
Okay, Mary is just chilling on this Saturday morning. You on the East Coast or the West Coast, Mary Thomas?
Well, okay, East Coast, Florida. Like, what side is that?
That's East Coast. All right.
Oh.
So we're in the same time zone. Okay, Mary. So you've been listening to the stream. I guess I need to go back. I want people to hear your live thoughts. Okay. Let me ask you first. What do you think about Yana Kunitskaya not being in the UFC 222 promo?
I think that's pretty unfair. And I didn't even know that they would do something like that. I mean, I keep on giving them the benefit of the doubt, and they just keep on proving people wrong. All these people that really think that at some point they would know how to handle this type of thing, they just keep on proving that they're wrong, that they just, I don't know, either they don't care or they really just don't know. It's one of the two. And right now it's looking like they just don't care.
Okay, look like they don't care. Real quick,
Yeah.
shout out BJ Johnson. Super chat, super chat. Oh man. Yep, that video production got to come soon than later. BJ, thank you, man. I'm telling you, bro. Hey. Super chat. Super chat. But we need a super chat song. Super chat. Super chat. And Mary, he put it on as soon as you came on. So that says something about you. And go to Sports Scrutiny, guys. Subscribe to the channel, Sports Scrutiny Live. Him and Rob, they do a great job. Boy, I tell you. So, Mary, so that's your thoughts on that. Yeah. Okay. It was kind of wrong. Okay. It was kind of wrong. They could have built this fight better than what they got it if they would just talk about Yana, even a little bit. Okay. So, how do you feel about this Reneau and McMann fight?
Marion Reno. I've actually watched only about a few of her fights. I know she's not a bad fighter and she's at her peak right now. So I think that she'll go in there and she'll give it all she got. She's gonna use all her tools. She's gonna make sure she figures out Sarah early. And what Sarah's gotta do is just make sure that, well, according to you, Sarah don't gotta do much. All she gotta do is let it go to the judges. But nah, she Sarah is she's a pushing fighter. She likes to be the advancer and stuff. So I think that's what she's gonna try to do in this fight. And overall, I think it's gonna be a pretty cool fight. I think they're gonna put on a good show.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a terrific fight. And Marion was here on the show with me and Eric. Yeah, she was on with me and Eric. Yeah, she was. She was on the show with me and Eric maybe 3 weeks ago. And she was saying that, how differently her team is approaching this fight, the things that they're gonna prepare for it. And when I asked, I said, Sarah gonna try to take you down. Marion's like, oh, we're already ready for that. She's already ready. Um,
Right.
Marion's got a very good triangle, so Marion is also dangerous on her back. Now, Sarah McMann, I think that she may or may not have a solution, to the triangle hold. She might. Sarah McMann just can't get frustrated because Marion will frustrate the hell out of you. I mean, because she fast and it's like you're trying to catch a break. She's coming forward. You're trying to figure out a game plan. She's still coming forward. And she's like a fly. You keep trying to swat the fly and it's still coming. So Sarah McMann can't get frustrated. She can't. And Marion is going to frustrate her. So that's going to be the thing. Okay. The big fight. Okay. Torres and Andrade. So what's up with your pick on that?
Ooh, when they very first announced it in January, I think I was like, gosh, you know what? I'm glad about this one so that Tisha doesn't intercept the rematch between Joanna and Rose, because I didn't mind seeing Tisha and Rose go at it. Like, I wanted them to have a trilogy, but just not so soon, not when it's at such a critical moment where people are trying to decide if Rose's win was a fluke or if she really just knew what she was doing, you know? But right now, like, when I first heard about it, I thought that it would be sort of easy for Andrade to overpower her and stuff. But then you also have to think about how Tisha's evading skills are so on point. Her movement is very good. She's very fast. She's smaller, so she's going to be quite faster. And her striking is much more technical than Andrade's. So that combined with her hand speed, if they stand up, Tisha can decisively win that. But you know how Andrade doesn't really, she doesn't just take that, she likes to go in, get in your chest and do what she does in almost every fight. So there's that. And if Tisha can avoid that the way JJ was able to, then I see Tisha winning the fight. But you know how Andrade is just, she's so damn hard to escape. So it's like, I can't have a clear prediction on this fight, but I know it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's man, yeah, it's gonna be a crazy fight. Um, yeah, and Andrade, she's not very technical, but she's right there. You know, you can't. It's like her response to you. If you hit her, her response is to hit you harder. Like that's those kind of fighters to me. They're the most dangerous. They may not be technically there, but they're very dangerous because you get somebody who they don't like you hitting them, and then they're gonna hit you back harder. That's the person you better be aware of. Jessica is open though. She's open to counters. She's open to a lot of counters. And Tisha is just gonna have to be patient, like Joanna was. Joanna Jedrzejczyk fought a perfect fight against Jessica Andrade. Even when she got taken down, she didn't panic. You know, Joanna didn't panic. She just kind of waited for Jessica to take these little breaks while she's on the ground, and then Joanna exploded to get back to her feet. And Tisha
Right.
Torres is gonna have to do that. If she gets impatient, if she take a hit, because Jessica can hit, and if Tisha Torres takes a shot and she start panicking or getting nervous, it's over. Like fighting Jessica Andrade,
You
you
know
have
what
to
I
be calm.
realized?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Amir.
Oh, you know what I realized about Tisha is that she still has a lot to work on with her ground game. When I watched her last fight against Watterson, she she won the first round, but then when the second round came and Watterson got her down, it took her nearly the whole round to get back up. And I'm not taking away from the fact that Michelle was good at her ground, like her good at her controlling position, because that was part of it. But the things that Tisha was just doing, she was making a lot of mistakes. She had holes and she was trying a lot. And that was a smaller opponent. Someone smaller than Tisha was able to keep her down the whole round. So that's one concern. That's another reason why I think Jessica could really edge this out, especially if she handles Tisha the way she handled Claudia. Even with the footwork, if she closed the distance one good time, then that's it. Tisha definitely not getting up. And I think if Jessica is weary enough to catch that, if she has that killer instinct to just hold her down and make sure that she's the one that's in control the whole fight, then there's no question about it that Tisha is not winning that one.
Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. So it's man. So I guess the consensus is it's a 50-50 fight. Like at first I was pro Tisha. I was like Tisha. Dang it. And then BJ came in and messed that up for me. And then, but she beat some strawweights. I mean, some bantamweights. She did, coach. Yeah. So now I'm on the fence now. And then now you messed it up even more because now I'm kind of like, okay, wait a minute, who? So I don't know who winning this fight, y'all. I just don't know. I cannot call a winner on this fight. Now, I'm not afraid to call a winner. I just don't know. Uh, Dang it.
I do think what happened. What
Oh.
I do think what happened is
Mhm.
that when they start out, right, Jessica Jessica doesn't move around a lot. So Tisha is gonna do that. She's gonna be sticking and moving Jessica for maybe like half the first round. And then Jessica will start doing her bull charging type of stuff, type fighting. She'll go in, and if Tisha doesn't see that, Tisha's not quick enough, she'll be caught up against the fence, they'll be clinching, and we already know who's the stronger of the two. So they'll be clinching, and eventually Jessica will get her on the floor, and then that's exactly how the fight might go downhill from there. But I think Tisha will have a strong start, and then Jessica will sort of just take over.
Yeah, it's like she got endless cardio. She got an endless chin. No matter how hard you hit her, she keep coming forward. Like Jessica is to me, Jessica's a robot. Like Jessica is like she's a robot. Like no, she's a machine.
She's a
Like,
mini cyborg.
yeah,
That's
she
what they
can't.
call her.
She's just not as skilled, but she's a cyborg. Like she's a machine. Like literally, this woman, like I seen her get hit with some shots by Claudia Gadelia that would have dropped many strawweights. She stood right in there and took them shots, ate them, came back, beat the hell out of Claudia. Okay. I mean, I saw her get hit by Joanna Jedrzejczyk, and I'm talking about pieced up. It didn't affect her. She still kept coming forward. You get a Jessica Andrade who gets the skill set together. Like if Jessica learned how to feint a little bit before coming in, like actually set up, her entries with a feint, a nice little quick jab to the body, or even a leg kick, she can set it up. Jessica Andrade will be the most dangerous woman in the strawweight division if she can start mastering some of these things instead of just bull rushing. Jessica Andrade is dangerous. And Tisha, she got to be on a game. She's gonna have to. She's not gonna, trying to knock out Jessica. That's stupid. It's just not gonna happen. Okay. She's gonna have to outpoint Jessica. Jessica is not gonna want to take it to the ground. She's gonna want to stand there and fight. Jessica want to stand and trade. Tisha Torres got to be literally a boxer like Joanna was. She boxed the hell out of what's her name? Jessica Andrade. She boxed her to death, jabbed her to death. That's it.
Hold on. Why do you think Jessica wouldn't take it to the ground?
Jessica just likes to clinch and punch. She liked to hit. She had an opportunity against Claudia Gadelia, and she was winning that matchup. And it's like she kept getting back up. She kept allowing the fight to go back to stand up. She kept allowing the fight. Whereas Claudia kept trying to take the fight to the ground, Jessica kept standing up. Like Jessica, in most of her fights, Jessica just mauls the hell out of people. She don't even try to take them down. Like she don't even make an attempt to. But if it goes to the ground, I'm like, Jessica is good on the ground. She's very good. We just don't see her working that enough, Like I'd actually like to see Jessica use her superior ground game, like get the fighter down, let him stay down, do some of her submissions that she know how to do, I'd like to see her do some ground and pound, I'd like to see her get into, maybe a half guard and actually try to, roll into maybe a Kimura, or, maybe even, work on, do her rear naked choke. I would like to see some of those submissions that I know she know how to do. I mean, that's
To
my
be
thing.
honest, yeah. To be honest, every time I see a fighter start to learn more about grappling, then they end up becoming more of a grappler than a striker instead of just mixing it up. Like every time they have a technique, they just start relying too much on that technique instead of knowing how to mix it up. And the only fighters I seen who's actually able to do that is mix it up is Namajunas and Shevchenko. Like they're able to do that. Like they already had, well, Shevchenko already had a nice striking game, so she just went to grappling and she mixes it up. Rose already had a nice grappling game. She learned striking more, mixed it up. So they actually know how to be more well-rounded. They know how to work stuff out. But the rest of them, you notice anytime they end up on a technique, they stay on it instead of really just trying to provide a variety when they fight. So that's one thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you got some of those strawweights like Carla Esparza. Yeah, she's trying to work on a stand up. She's working on it. That fight with Claudia Gadelia, just Carla too small. They need an atomweight division. Carla is trying to make evolution. She's trying to do it. You got JJ Aldred, who she's starting to evolve. Danielle Taylor, I don't know. She's not really evolving. She's still trying to be an outfighter. But her reach, she's like 5 feet tall. She's trying to be an outfighter. It's not working. And you got Vivian Pereira, who got outclassed in her last fight because she was trying to be an outfighter. And when these girls first started off in the strawweight division, they were actually, before they got to the UFC, these were people that came ahead, they banged. I'm talking about they got in there and got aggressive. But when they got to the UFC, now they want to be outfighters. It's like, okay, I like that style for part of the fight, but when you got to engage, you can't just sit back and try to just accumulate points to get on the judge's scorecard. That's not how it works, in MMA. You gotta engage. I think Alexa Grasso is getting better. Grasso is getting better. She's starting to open up her tool sets a little bit more. She's being less nervous and scared, and she's actually going in there and actually fighting hard. So we got some really, really good talent, in the strawweight division. But like my man Bluebird just said, yeah, there needs to be an atomweight division. It needs to be an atomweight division. Some of those girls are too small. They can't handle it. Like Michelle Waterson, atomweight. That's an atomweight. She's skillful, but she ain't gonna beat these good strawweights. Come on.
Not only that, but people are saying that Tisha could pass as a flyweight as well. A flyweight, like she's way above the strawweight size.
See, I never heard that. I mean, so I'm listening. This is the first time, so I'm listening to you. If you saying it's probably right, definitely.
Mm-mm.
No, it probably is. I mean, Mary, listen, I got to come on here and give you the benefit of the doubt because you've been right a whole lot of times. A whole lot of times you've been right. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I had to say, Mary, yeah, dog it, Mary's right again. Nobody
Thank
can
you.
debunk Mary Thomas. Nobody just can't do it. Oh man, I'm just picking on you, Mary. But now, Mary, you probably are right though. I bet you're more right than me. I know I ain't right. I'm wrong a lot. Some of my picks be wrong, but I don't care. That's good. That's fine. Okay, so
Well, oh,
go ahead, Mary. Nope, I'm sorry.
now speaking of fresh talent, I think there's an elephant in the room that everybody in the MMA fan base is not really addressing properly. What happened to Tatiana Suarez? Because has she taken a loss recently? Like I've seen her fight. Every fight I've seen her in, she's been able to dominate. I mean, she's kind of one dimensional, but so far that hasn't really let her down until it will. But I'll get to that later. But I mean, she has been doing very well. Every fight she's in, she's able to dominate everything. When is she getting a title shot? Because I know she's new and all, but it's been a couple of years now. It's been about a couple of years now since she's won the tough against who is it? Bobby Cooper? Yeah. She beat Amanda Bobby Cooper and she's been winning her fights ever since. So I'm wondering if a lot because see now even Felice Herring is getting further up towards the title shot than Tatiana is. And Felice has been a veteran and everything. She has been doing well. Her win streak is good, but so is Tatiana's. And I'm like, okay, so
Uh,
Tatiana is climbing, but
well,
I'm just
Tatiana's last victory, Mary. She fought Vivian Pereira. She dominated Vivian Pereira. I'm talking about she went in there and completely dismantled undefeated Vivian Pereira.
right.
And I don't know if she's injured. I mean, nobody knows. She's definitely been quiet since that last fight. She's been real quiet. Um, so nobody knows. And Felice Herrig is on a 4-fight win streak. So people have been sleeping on Herrig, and it's just, I'm not gonna bet against Herrig. I'm not gonna do it. And she got to fight Karolina Kowalkiewicz. I think Herrig could actually pull up the upset because you know that Herrig is gonna come in the underdog. She's always the underdog. She was the underdog against Grazo. She was the underdog against Kish, and she's gonna be the underdog against Karolina Kowalkiewicz. I think Herrig has the skill set to do it. Carolina is very rough, though. She's very rough. And now we know that Carolina can be submitted. Claudia Gadelia just went in there and she ran through Carolina Kowalkiewicz. I ain't never seen nobody run through her like that. Like Claudia took her and ragdolled her. I mean, damn near just ragdolled her to death. And I'm like, whoa, is this Carolina Kowalkiewicz?
But
What
see,
the heck going on?
yeah, but see, I've been known Carolina didn't have too much of a ground game. I mean, she's strong, but if you notice, I mean, okay, her fight against Rena Marcos, she dominated Rena Marcos, but that's just because she happened to get top position a lot of times. And when someone is in the top position, they'll always have the advantage, whether you have any grappling IQ or not. If you're on top, you have more leeway to do what you want than the one on the bottom. So it's not like that hasn't been tested. Carolina hasn't been tested by being on the bottom with somebody who's such an elite grappler as Claudia. And I was thinking about, I was like, okay, I know Claudia is stronger than Carolina despite their good talents, everything. And I already know that Claudia is just gonna bully Carolina around because Claudia's not gonna want to strike with her. That's Carolina's suit. Claudia is just gonna want to do what she does, and she's just gonna grapple and bully them around and stuff. But I didn't expect it to be so quick. Like I felt like a submission was a really good chance of it. I just didn't know it'd be so quick. And you know how Carolina, yes, she is rough. That you pointed out she's rough. Yes, she's rough, and that's kind of why she has a lot of holes in her game that people can capitalize on. They just haven't yet because she's able to get in people's chests. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that she can work on as well. I think she can work on a little bit more,
See,
especially if she's gonna fight Felice Herrig. Because Felice is gonna try to do that. She needs to make sure she really knows what she's doing with this training camp.
I think Herrick is a more complete fighter. I think Herrick can do some things. And I definitely think Herrick, her defense has gotten a whole lot better. She's slipping punches. She's checking kicks better. I mean, she's catching kicks better. I mean, Herrick is doing a lot of things good that I like maybe a year and a half ago. I'm like, whoa, who is this? Because she, getting handled all over the place. But now, she's actually a skilled fighter. And now you can't counter out. Like people saying, man, come on. And I get the Karolina Kowalkiewicz fan. I'm a Karolina Kowalkiewicz fan. I'm a big one. But I got to keep it 100% honest with myself. If people think that Karolina Kowalkiewicz is going to walk into an octagon and completely run through, Felice Herrick, then I don't know what they're thinking, because this version of Herrick is very good. She's older, she's wiser, and she understands. She understands what she need to do. Her time is limited. Her chances at a title shot are almost none. So she knows she can't lose now. She can't. Like her fighters like Marion, time is of essence. And if Felice Herrick loses, do you think that they're gonna actually push her back up in the rankings again?
Hell no.
Nah, they ain't gonna do it. I mean, so Felice know it. She know it. Felice trying to get what she can get now while she in. She trying to promote herself well, because this is it for Felice. This is it. If she lose, yeah, she'll still be in the UFC, but I don't care if she win 1,000 more fights. They're not going to push up those rankings. Not like that. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Okay. All right, George Page, super chat, George Page.
Yeah, Felice has been working hard and stuff, and I give her props for that. She's been losing, and then she went back, tweaked herself, come back, and start going on a roll. And I give her props for that, because that's what hard work will get you. I like when fighters do that.
Yeah, I know Felice. She's always, on React Q and Instagram, showing her draws, and she didn't always showing her crack her ass all the time. But she works. I can't say Felice Herrick don't put in that work. Felice Herrick does work. And I get it now. I understand Herrick. I understand her. She got to sell herself. She's trying to make this money, get out the game. And then, I don't know what else she's going to do. I think somebody like Felice Herrick, she need to consider, being a trainer. Like, everybody can't be a broadcaster. I don't think Felice could be a good broadcaster, but I think Felice Herrick would be a phenomenal trainer. Like, I don't think Misha Tate is a good trainer, but I think Misha Tate is a good broadcaster. Felice Herrick knows a lot about the game, and she listens to her coaches. That's one thing I like about Herrick in the corner. She's very attentive, and Felice Herrick will go in there and do what the coaches, do what her coaches tell her, and she'll make it work. Because against Justine Kish, they told her, look, Felice, if you get her to the ground, she's not going to be able to do anything. So what did Felice do? She comes out, takes her to the ground. There you go. End of story, So I like Herrick as a fighter. So I'm going Felice Herrick over Karolina Kowalkiewicz.
Okay. See, with me, it's not completely 50-50, but I think since they're fighting stuff. Well, I mean, Felice, what is Felice more specialized in? Was she a Muay Thai fighter before she started grappling, or was she grappling before she was striking?
She was Felice was in Muay Thai, so she's a striker. She's a striker, and a Dern, and a real good one. So, standing with her, what she did to Alexa Grasso. I mean, she countered Grasso to death. Like, Grasso had no answer for the counters. And Felice, when I saw Felice utilizing that skill set she has, I was like, man, this fight over. Grasso not gonna do it. And Grasso came out in the third round, actually lighting Felice up, but it was too late. Felice Herrick was patient. She waited. She waited for Grasso to commit. She was waiting on Grasso to throw those little feints, and then boom, counter. She was waiting on it. So I think Felice Herrig is going to try to capitalize on Karolina Kowalkiewicz's recklessness, if I can call it that. That's what she's gonna do. And then Karolina Kowalkiewicz is gonna make a mistake. Because fighters like her, they make mistakes. It's just she's so fast and she just throws so many strikes that it's hard to capitalize. But Felice Herrig will capitalize.
Yeah, since Felice has sort of the ground edge out of the two, so instead of 50-50, I'll just make it a 60-40. And that Felice will have like more tools in the shed. But you never know, you know. A lot of times people get surprised when the one-dimensional fighter ends up winning.
Yeah, like Holly Holm. Yeah. My man Connor Joanna Videos. He said Rogan. Shout out to Joe Rogan with his bald ass head. A different fight against Felice and Casey. He was saying that Casey was landing uppercuts, but they were missing. Yeah. I don't know what fight Joe was watching. I think he was looking at the fight off Dana White's head. Crystal clean is the man. I think that's what he was doing. And then I don't know, man. I don't know, but I ain't talking much about Courtney Casey because Team Casey, they're not particularly too happy with the coach. They're just not very happy. They're not happy at all. They're very upset. Okay, it's okay. Hey, yeah, is what it is.
You done struck a nerve.
Yeah, struck a nerve. The Sure Dog community, man, got a fan group over there. I didn't know. A Coach Shelton Harrison hate group. Guys, come on. All that for the coach. Thank you. I love you guys too. Funny as crap. Funny as crap. Damnest thing I ever seen. Yeah. But this is good. Okay. Let me ask you this, Mary. We'll go into another sanction. I got a little bit more time, and I hope you got a little bit of time. I don't want to take up all your time because your time is important. Of course it is. Okay. So when we look at this whole picture of what's going on, the fight with Claudia and Claudia versus Carla. The fight is in June. I'm pissed off by that. Damn fight is in June. What are they gonna do, Mary? I mean, are they gonna build us up for what, 5 months until we can see the damn fight?
My God. No. To be honest, a lot of them do that. A lot of them take several months before they actually fight and everything. And it's like you're not even injured. You're not injured, right? You're not on vacation. So why you need that much time? Like, did you feel like you were that much behind that you needed that much time to go? Or you just really feel like recovering? You want to enjoy the fruit of your work and everything before you actually get serious and get back to work? I mean, I keep on thinking about that. I'm just like, why does it take so long? Especially Yana, like you realize she fights only twice a year now. And I think she used to fight a lot because she used to fight a lot more when she did just Muay Thai. But no. Oh, actually, I have a question. If Claudia and Jessica had a rematch, do you think Jessica would still win, or do you think Claudia would try to be smarter with this one? Bruh.
Sorry. I'm talking to you. Okay, yeah, sorry, Mary. I think Claudia next time will keep the fight standing. Claudia fought a dumb fight. Like, it's a reason why you got a corner. And they tell you, and they was telling her, look, don't take her down. Just keep trying to strike with her. Fight her. Fight. Because she can't beat you standing. And she was clipping Jessica to death. And all that grappling, it drained Carla's it drained Claudia's stamina. It drained her stamina, so she was ineffective in the later rounds. And with a Jessica Andrade, if you don't have good cardio, you will lose. Okay, I don't care, because eventually Jessica is going to overwhelm you. You will lose if your cardio is suspect. And we all know Claudia cardio is suspect. And you can beat like Joanna Jedrzejczyk, cardio very good. So guess what she did? She outpointed Jessica Andrade. And Joanna Jedrzejczyk used a very educated jab to do the job. Now I don't know what the hell Joanna was doing against Rose because she didn't do nothing educated. She got knocked out. But when she fought Jessica Andrade, Joanna Jedrzejczyk fought one of the smartest fights that I've ever seen her fight. Man, good grief.
Oh, speaking of Yana, speaking of Yana, the quote unquote excuses she was making about how she had a bad weight cut.
Oh
I
Lord, here
mean,
we go.
the more I look at the fight, the more you realize that the more you have to admit, coach, like she really wasn't being the way she was when she would fight other people. You have to really look at it like you notice how you notice how she was a little bit slower, her reaction was a little bit less, and she had trouble with distance. Well, that's because Rose's footwork. But aside from distance, she really did not seem like that. And I'm not defending her like, okay, I am, but I'm not trying to I'm not trying to sympathize about it. Like from a neutral standpoint, I'm observing, and every time I look at it, I'm like, okay, she really does seem off. But that doesn't mean I feel sorry for her. Like it was really stupid of her. If even if it is true, right? If it's true that she had to cut 15 pounds within less than a day, that did seem to have played. That's pretty stupid what she did, you know. I don't know what took her so long to cut the weight the whole week that she was getting ready. Everything. I don't know what happened, but
Oh
yeah,
boy.
but I can see why that did affect the weight cut. That's it. Coach, that's not funny. Stop laughing.
what? Where do I start with this one? I'm sorry, Mary. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, listen. Okay, let's just go through that. Okay, listen. This woman, for the majority of her MMA career, she's always made those kind of weight cuts. Now, here's my question to Joanna and Joanna fans, and not picking on you. Well, yeah, I pick on you guys a lot. Does Joanna not have a scale at home? How's she gonna explain that? Listen, okay, you knew the fight was coming for a long time. Okay, it didn't like behoove Joanna to just, hey, let me step on the scale. Hey, I need to check my weight. Hey, I'm overweight. Hey, nutritionist, what do I do? Matter of fact, Joanna like to eat. I even wonder if Joanna was even listening to them. Because, they coach hundreds of athletes. They coach a lot of athletes. And only a few of them have had a problem with them. But why does it seem... And then, oh, Mary, let me tell you something, too. Boy, it's too much information on this one. Joanna, the day before, she said, yep, Perfecting Athletes gave me a miracle. We made this weight cut. This was a miracle. It was a miracle. And then she get beat up, okay? Then she ain't say the day before that, oh, well, these people... They got me cutting all this darn weight, and they didn't do it correctly, and I'm not. No, she didn't say that the day before the fight. She was singing their praises like she was in church. Blessed are the perfecting athletes, because God has sent them thyself. That was Joanna Jedrzejczyk. Then the day after, she get her ass knocked out. Now, well, it's because of them, the dangerous weight cuts. And I wish I could interview her. Like, look, Joanna.
No, it's not because of that.
Do you not own a scale, Joanna? I mean, how you gonna explain this, Joanna? I mean, like, come on. Just say Rose beat you. Just say it. It's okay. We will understand. I don't like it, but I'll understand. This is how it is. No, she lost. Give Rose her props. Then who else she tried to blame? Tried to blame her doctor. What you gonna blame the doctor for? What? Because he told you that you was okay to fight? Yeah, you moron. Yeah, of course you can fight. No, Joanna done made these weight cuts about 5 times, okay? This ain't nothing new to her. She been making weight cuts. If she the one, she wouldn't have said that. Yeah.
You know what it is? I think she's just been doing it so many times that it finally caught up to her.
Yep.
And now when it's caught up to her, she wants to bring it to the light that, oh, it's never been easy, I've always done it, and I've just been lucky enough that it hadn't affected my health. And as she said that about this one, she was like, oh, I could have died, and they're worried. It's unforgivable what they did for me. I mean, they've been like family to me, but I can't go back to them. That's really what she said. But I mean, she's let them done that for over 4 times. So you didn't think there was nothing wrong with that?
I mean, you don't have a scale. I mean, you're not checking your weight at home. I mean, see, some of this, the fighter, you have to be somewhat responsible. You have to be. Like, during fight training camp, you can't eat pasta and noodles. And Joanna likes pasta and noodles. She does. I mean, you can't have that crap. You can't eat that. You're trying to get ready for a major fight and you're, eating stuff you shouldn't be eating. And part of weight cuts is you got to eat what they tell you to eat. Okay. And you got to eat
Yeah.
the quantity and the portion because they're not going to be standing there over you every time you have a meal. I mean, you got to be a responsible professional and you got to eat what you're supposed to eat and do what you're supposed to do. Okay. See, people never want to take the blame for when they lose. Okay. And let's stop doing this. Let's stop blaming because, Rose had to make a weight cut. Rose Namajunas had to make a weight cut. It was tough for her too. But, media don't want to talk about how tough Rose had it to make this weight cut. Rose is a big strawweight. Okay, very big. So this weight cut was unpleasant for her too, but she made the weight. She came in and she fought. Okay.
She's big, but she's skinny. Like they're both skinny, they don't have a broad frame. They're not like Claudia. They're not very muscular. They're not thick. They're not super thick and stuff. They're just tall. That's where their weight comes in at. Their
No,
weight just comes from them being tall and their bone density and all that. It shouldn't be so hard for them to make weight because they ain't that muscular. Claudia and Andrade, they look like, well, Andrade is short, but Claudia herself, you look at her and you could just tell she be going through hell trying to make weight because she always want to carry around all this body and all this, just be a weight bully and all this stuff. But them, I don't think
see,
weight cut for Rose is that tough.
Joanna, a weight cut for anybody is tough. Listen, Joanna need to have the professionalism in between fights. Why is she getting above 130 pounds? Why is this woman walking around at what, 140 pounds? Why was she walking around at 137 pounds when she wanted to fight Valentina Shevchenko as a replacement? Like, why was she walking around so heavy? As a professional, Joanna Jedrzejczyk, she need to be at 130 pounds or less. And she need to get used to doing that. If not, stop crying. Stop trying to be a strawweight. Just shut up and go to the flyweight division. That's what she need to do, okay? I mean, quit making all these excuses. Yeah, okay. We know you got to make a weight cut. But you didn't complain when you was in Carla Esparza's face. No, you didn't complain about it then. Nah. You didn't complain about it when you was trying to taunt Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Nope, you didn't do that either.
Oh
Yeah, you
my
went.
God, she looked so scary when she was staring down with Carla because her body, like you could tell her whole body was dehydrated. Like she looked dried out. Her skin was so thin. And you could see her spine and everything. I was like, how are you able to fight?
Well, okay. I mean, I don't know how she was able to fight, but you know, people would not give Joanna. I would not give her a hard time. First of all, some of the past comments she done said, because I got my issues with that. And then the way she taunt people, you try to bully him, and then when somebody pull out a whole card, I mean, she get upset. So now everybody, the fans are just giving it back to her. Everybody is giving it back to her. Okay, she's getting it back, and now she can't take it. You know what? If I'm Rose Namajunas and I'm fighting Joanna a second time, I'd be like, you got knocked out. You got knocked out. And I would say it every chance I get, I see her. Hey, remember me? I knocked you out. Hey, remember me? You tapped. Hey, remember me? Remember me? I'd be on social media. Okay, I would call on the phone. Hey, Joanna, it's me, Rose. I just wanted to remind you, I knocked your ass out. Click, hang up the phone. See, I would be doing that to her to get back in her head every chance I get because she did the same thing to her. Now she can't take the
Right.
heat.
Well,
Now she
I
can't take the heat. She in trouble. Joanna
oh,
Jedrzejczyk is in trouble.
okay, question. If she put on some muscle, right,
Yeah.
and make sure that she put on at least maybe like 5 to 10 pounds of muscle and went up in weight, do you think she could fight at bantamweight?
Ooh. Oh man. See, her walking around weight is so close to that. Technically, Joanna isn't. She's small for a bantamweight. She's small. She would be probably one of the smallest bantamweights. And then you got to deal with the physicality because your average bantamweight, they're going to come in, on fight night at about 145 pounds, some 150, And could you imagine her fighting like Amanda Nunes? Amanda Nunes going to outweigh her by 15 or 20 pounds when they come to the fight.
Oh, stop.
Huh?
I'm sorry. You mentioned Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
I was not thinking nowhere near there. Oh, no. No.
I'm just
That would
saying.
be too bad. That if she fought Amanda, no.
Yeah, she's too small.
Oh,
Too small.
you trying to be a murderer. No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'd be my first fight. Hey, Joanna. Hey, you really want to get into the bantamweight division? Great. Hey, I'm going to book you for Amanda Nunes at UFC 5001. And listen, I want you to, get in there and give your best effort. Hey, we'll start you out with 6 figures. Let's make it 5 rounds, too. Yeah, just for you.
And she already don't handle a punch too well. Oh, my God.
She going to sleep. She ain't going to be tapping. She going to sleep.
I think Amanda would have knocked her out faster than she did Ronda. Like, that's not... Oh, that wasn't fair at all.
I mean, come on, Mary. That'd be a great fight. Amanda Nunes versus Joanna Jedrzejczyk. Let's book it. Come on, let's book that fight. Come on.
The Nunes fan in me would have fun because I like seeing Nunes knock people out. But then when you have 2 of my favorites going against each other, that's just...
You know what?
And it's cool who's gonna win. I can't.
You know what? You're a party pooper. I think that's your problem. You're a party pooper. Everybody here would love to see that fight be entertaining. Definitely for the fans. Fans would say, I would buy that fight. I would buy that fight. I would buy the fight. I would watch the fight, and I would say, yeah, this is the fight that I've been hoping for. Nunes versus Jedrzejczyk. Oh yeah, the arena would sell out. The fans would be saying, Joanna, Nunes, and then right hands, sleep, night, goodbye, blickety blow, out.
That would be a waste of money for a pay-per-view.
Oh lordy, you're just negative. You're just being negative right now. That's all. That's all it is. No big deal. Okay, well, so that's the question. I don't think Joanna would be a good bantamweight. I think Joanna should stick to flyweight. I think Joanna need to be a flyweight. Hold on, somebody calling me. Okay, Mary, can you see the comment section here?
Yeah, I can. I'm on it.
Okay, just go for it. I'm gonna put myself on mute, Mary. You go ahead. Quick, just take a minute, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Excuse me. Maybe I'll be about 3 minutes.
Joanna ain't got a chance on any weight cut, but atomweight. What? Nessa's, is she? 1 sec. Yes. Yeah, in a second.
Hey, I'm with y'all. Just hold on 1 second. It'll take like 2 seconds.
Okay. If Joanna barely has any success making flyweight, doing the things she's doing, how can she even make atomweight? How could she even make atomweight? That's absurd. Now I know he's trying to troll. Okay, next one. JJ was a flyweight. She fought all the time. First clean punch. Okay.
Folks, be with y'all 1 more second.
JJ has been talking about moving to 125. She moves there, she can't beat Rose. The weight cut is too hard for JJ. Well, I mean, she's still gonna have to cut weight to make 125, so she needs to discipline herself. That's the problem. She already looks like a skeleton at 115. No, actually, she's looking better. She looked like a skeleton when she was first fighting Carla, but now she actually learned to. I think her body's adapting to it, and she's been looking less like a skeleton. She looks more well fed now. That's probably the problem too. She's feeding herself too much. These weight cuts are killing their organs. She not beating Shevchenko. Oh, please, okay. Let's put Captain Obvious away for a second. Miss Shevchenko should move to flyweight before Dana White can get his pants down to fight us. What? George P., what's going on with you? Mary, who do you think would win between Holm and JJ? Oh, that's a good question. Okay, well, Holm's footwork is she's very fleet of foot, just like JJ. And to be honest, I think Holm moves around more than JJ does. So Holm's footwork might be a problem, but with Holm, her combos are not all that. But see, Holm has more power. So if she ever catch JJ one good time, then that's it for her. So I think Holm would have the advantage. Holm would have and it's like, I think it's more of a possibility that Holm could beat JJ, especially if they get in the clinch. Holm has a lot more power, and Holm is much bigger than JJ. They have the same body type, but Holm's dimensions are just longer than JJ's is, and I think that would be a little bit too much for JJ to handle. So I think maybe by not even a close decision, maybe just by a decision itself, Holm would probably beat JJ just because of the size and power advantage. I mean, that's not even gonna be similar to fighting Claudia. Like Holm is just gonna bully her around. And if she strike with Holm, that's a huge risk too. Despite Holm always yelling and giving out a tell when she's gonna attack, I mean, if Joanna can, and I don't see Joanna slipping punches that much either. So that's gonna be another problem. I think Holm versus JJ is very dangerous. More chance asking a weight cut than beating them. JJ making it to the top of Fly division and never a chance. I have to disagree with you on that. She is going to make it to the top of the Fly division, but she probably might not be the champ just because Valentina's there. So it's yes and no for that one. She'd make top 5. Of course she'd probably make top 3, to be honest. The rematch against Rose will answer some questions. Thank you. I'm dying to see that. Weight cuts are getting harder as she ages. Well, that's for every woman and for every man too. Joanna won't beat Chuck. Who the fuck is Chumian? I'm sorry.
I'm laughing.
She ain't healthy at 130. Chuck. You mean Shook? She just taking advantage of smaller women with no reach. I mean, Rose was not that much smaller than her, and Rose had a nice reach. I mean, we didn't see much of her, but the times where she was, I think she actually managed to get about 2 combos in before Rose knocked her down the first time. So it's not even that. I really do think Joanna was just a bit altered walking into the cage. But that doesn't mean that the fight with Rose would have been easier. I just think Joanna should have been more smart with her preparation. Joanna, okay, she's taking advantage of Mary Thomas knows it. Thank you, George. Hit that like button. Yeah. Hit that, let in here. Hit it, smash it, Hulk stomp it. I checked the UFC Espanol. Thank you, TJ. I don't know who said that. I don't know what that is. Coach, why is Lauren Meathead Murphy in the top 5? Bruh, Lauren Grinch face ass. I cannot stand
her. Oh, back from the abyss is E-Mason Eric. Man. Oh, E-Mason Eric has showed up, guys. Oh, how's he gonna explain this? Man, I'm excited. I'm really excited to see E-Mason Eric. Like, I'm overly excited. Wow, I just sent the link out immediately. Sorry, Mary. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, what's going on, E-Mazing? If you want to come on and everything, you bring the house some life. So yeah. Everything's good.
Yeah, and I can kind of roll some punches at him a little bit. That's all, just get him.
Yeah. Okay, so question, Coach. Which besides Joanna, you said no to her. What strawweight do you think, besides Jessica Andrade, because she's been already and we've seen how well she does. She actually almost bullied around who was Liz Carmouche before Liz Carmouche TKO'd her. Whatever strawweight do you think could have a chance at bantamweight? Because I'm not gonna say flyweight, that's too close. Oof. I want to see bantamweight. That would put them in a much better position for pound. Who do you think would be good at bantamweight?
A strawweight at bantamweight?
Yeah, like if a strawweight Which woman do you think would do well there?
I don't. When you look at the roster of them, I don't. Because see, Jessica Andrade already tried it, and she's probably muscular wise, probably the biggest. She's probably the biggest strawweight out there. I think Jessica is the biggest strawweight. Um, that's gonna be tough. Um, even if they skillful enough, you talking about going up like 2 weight classes
Yeah.
to try to beat people who some of them are faster, some of them bigger than you, some of them are stronger than you, and it's gonna be crazy to try to see if you can match wits with them. We know that size makes a difference. That size is nothing to play with, And I hear Valentina, she said all the time that I can't do some of the stuff that I would do in the flyweight division, in the bantamweight division, because they're too big, they're too strong. I can't do all that stuff. And if I do, I end up losing the fight. I mean, I heard Valentina say it to that extent, so I'm like, God, no. You talking about one of the most skillful fighters in women's MMA say that, and you know that she telling the truth. I don't know, because I'm looking at it. The only person I could see who would have a fighting chance is Tatiana Suarez. That's it. The rest of them, I just don't think I don't think they massive enough to do it. I think Suarez got the size. She's a naturally big person.
Yeah.
Suarez could probably survive in the bantamweight division. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Tatiana Suarez, folks. Tatiana.
So I'm gonna get a little crazy with the ideas here.
Hmm.
You know what I really think would be a huge travesty is if Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes were able to make 115. I mean, that would just completely
How would they get
everything.
there? Would they drain the piss out of each other? I mean, what? They they look like the damn crypt keeper walking around the octagon. Instead of Holly going, she go, at, at, at. And Amanda, instead of saying, I can beat you, I will beat you. That's what she
They
be
got
saying.
they don't even got enough moisture to say it properly.
Man, please, they couldn't even spit or piss each other on fire. Put the fire if they wanted to. They couldn't do it. Please, nah, they couldn't go down, man. Them jokers, they'd be dead. Especially Holly. Holly'd be dead. Holly'd be rolling over in a coffin. But I tell you though, we can change gears here, and let's talk about this flyweight ranking, because everybody know that this is, how can I put it? How can I put it?
The most
Uh,
stacked division of all women's MMA. That's what it is.
yeah, it's beefed up. You got a few fighters. I think Shayna Dobson is legit. I think, well, we know Jessica I is legit. We know Valentina. I think Sarge is legit. Davis is. And I think, Caitlin and Jesse
One
Rose Clark.
second. I gotta take a thing. I'm not gonna disappear, but yeah.
Okay, stay in school. And then Mia, I see Mia in the comments section. Mia, if you want to come in, I think I just sent you a link. I don't know if you got time. All right, Mia, keep it clean now. Keep it clean with your little self. I know you be like, no, you got a potty mouth to be a little girl. But all right. So Mary will be back. Mary Thomas, folks. Awesome. Mary Thomas knows her stuff. She knows what she's doing. But this featherweight ranking, let me see. Arpic Singh, he says, Coach, tell me what you think of UFC 222 main event. I think they could have did a really good job of making it good, but nope. Leave it to the UFC to screw this up, as what they did. They screwed it up. The UFC messed this up, and they did not promote Yana Kunitskaya. We talked about that earlier in the program, and yeah, tell me about it. Okay, Zamaniko is 4-0. She 4-0 against top 10, and Shev is 0-1 against top 10. Yeah, but who is Nico fault? That would be my question to you. Who is Nico fault? Okay. Valentina, I don't think she 0-1. She beat Juliana Pena. She fought Juliana Pena. Juliana Pena was in the top 10. Okay. Yeah, she beat Sarah Kaufman. Okay, Sarah Kaufman was in the top 10. So no, that's not true. She beat Holly Holm. Holly Holm was in the top 10. Okay. So nah, man, I don't know if that's a fact, man. You probably just trolling. Oh, and flyweight. Uh, yeah, Valentina. She lost to. Yeah, she did. She lost to Liz Carmouche. But that was a man. The referee stopped that fight. Valentina was winning that fight. Okay. Valentina was winning the fight, and Liz Carmouche did an illegal up kick, and Valentina was bleeding all over the place, and so the ref thought Valentina was actually winning the fight. Man, it's that like that's the fight that the referee should not have stopped. Now, when Valentina was beating the hell out of Priscilla, yeah, that fight should have been stopped. But the Liz Carmouche fight shouldn't have been stopped. We got some stupid referees, okay? We got some
Liz is an
stupid.
Amazon. She is crazy. She's actually
Yeah,
super tough. I love her. She is good. She is very legit.
yeah. I would like to see that rematch. I would love to see it, but it ain't gonna make money sense. But as a fan, I want to see that fight. I want to see if Valentina was it a hoax or can Valentina actually get in there and get that win against Liz Carmouche? Yeah. And TJ, they could have promoted Yana, but I think it would have helped. See, it's how you promote it. Because look, her stablemate Holly Holm just got out of a big fight with Cyborg. So all you would say is, hey, this is Yana Kunitskaya, She is the training and stablemate of Chris Cyborg, and Yana is on a mission to do what Holly didn't do. See, I'm just saying that could sell the fight. The casual fan, they kind of know Holly Holm. They know her. So, okay, the casual fan could relate Yana to Holly, and then, oh, okay, this fight could do well. This fight had a lot of potential to do well. Had a lot of potential, but no, the UFC, they just didn't. They don't. You can tell, man. They just don't care. They just don't care much for this event, and they were going to scrap the whole event. But yeah, I think it would work, sir. I think this is my opinion. I think it would work. I think it would work. I mean, it's just what a fan want to see. Uh, yeah,
So Connor
they didn't try.
Joanna just asked if I think Raquel could beat Nunes. To be honest, on the ground, I think it's 50-50 because they're both good grapplers. But standing up, I think Amanda has the edge in that. Amanda has more power, and I think she's just a little bit more technical than Raquel could be. So Amanda's like the stronger one out of the two, and I think they're gonna battle it. And I think Amanda will win that fight. It's not gonna be as hard as fighting Shevchenko, but I think Amanda can. Yeah, I think Amanda has a little bit more tools than Raquel would have. Now Raquel has the size. I mean, they're both very big, so Raquel can use that to her advantage. She can use a lot of her leverage and stuff. So their ground game would kind of be very competitive. But if they keep it standing, which they probably might not, but if they keep it standing, I see Amanda being the advancer out of the two.
Okay, okay, all right. Well, hey, that's a good opinion and good observation. So I'm gonna go with that. My man Liquid BJJ said, Coach, what do you and Mary expect to see for the UFC debut of Mackenzie Dern at UFC 222? All right, so Mary, what do you think about that?
Mackenzie Dern. I don't think Mackenzie Dern is a bad fighter. I think she's a decent fighter. All around she's doing good enough to hold her ground and hold her own in the game. But when she comes to the UFC, it's a whole other world out there. She's gonna be fighting a lot of tough people. She's gonna be fighting some real high IQ type of fighters most of the time, and then other times that you don't know what you're getting. But Mackenzie Dern, I think with just a little bit more, if she tweaks herself just a little bit more and stuff, I think she can be good. And depending on the opponent, she can do very well or do just okay. Or, you know, I think Mackenzie is She's all right. You know, she doesn't stick out yet, but she's okay.
I think Dern's going to have to. Ashley Yoder is not a bad test. I mean, Ashley's got a little bit more experience than Mackenzie. I picked Mackenzie to win the fight. I think Mackenzie will be victorious over Ashley Yoder. Um, Ashley is a bit tentative. She's very tentative at times. And it's sort of like Ashley loses fights that she's supposed to win and wins fights sometimes that she shouldn't win. So it's gonna be this to me is a do or die fight for Yoder. And she's gonna have to bring it. She's gonna have to bring it. And I actually thought and I forgot to actually reach out to her and actually interview her to really get her thoughts on how she feel about this particular fight. But I didn't. That's slacking. I've been working. But I know the next time I'm gonna get her opinion. I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna call her and ask her about this because she's 5-3. She's 5-3 right now. She has some tough losses. She's 0-2 in her last two fights. So this is a must win. She got to win. If she loses to Mackenzie Dern, you probably know what's gonna happen to her. She might be out. Ashley Yoder might be out. And
She needs
also,
more strength conditioning. That's her problem. Because
she's
I see
small.
the problem every time she's trying to grapple with someone, they manage to like overpower her and stuff. I think what she really needs, she needs more strength.
Well,
She
and
needs
this is
stuff.
too because there needs to be an atom weight. Ashley Yoder is small enough to be an atom weight. I mean, she is. Mackenzie Dern, actually, to be honest, hell, she big. Mackenzie Dern should be a damn bantamweight. So this is weight bullying at its best. Mackenzie Dern versus Ashley Yoder. That's what's gonna happen. It just is, And I feel bad for her because Ashley Yoder is a whew, buddy. She is gonna be a meal, and Mackenzie Dern is gonna eat. That's just how it is.
You know what else I think is an example of weight bullying? When Valerie Materno fought Marina Moroz. Because was Marina's hand speed was much faster than Valerie's, and Marina was the more active out of the two. But you could tell when Marina hits Valerie and when Valerie hits Marina, you see the difference in the power. And it was just like, okay, if Marina was just a little bit thicker, if Marina was just a little bit more forceful with it, she would have edged out the victory instead of Valerie because I see a lot of potential in Marina, you know? But she needs to do the same thing that Ashley needs. They both need to be more aggressive. They need to actually apply more force in their strikes. That's just what it is. Their speed is fine. Their Ashley's IQ could use a little bit of work too, but she's still a little bit young, so I'll give that time, but they both need to work on their physicality.
I guess in MMA years, Ashley is young because she just turned 30 not too long ago. But it's just Mary, she too small. She too small, and God, man, it's almost like okay, what does she do? Because everybody in the strawweight division, they're gonna be bigger than her. Everybody is. I mean, she don't really have much to go on. I mean, we can just look at some of her past footage. It's like, damn, girl, you know, you need to hit the weight room. You need to do something because, no, no, it's just not good. And I just think that she's gonna, her time is gonna expire, and that's it. I think that they're gonna she'll probably go back to Invicta. I really, really hope that that's not the case. And if Yoda wins the fight, you know what? I won't be upset. I actually be okay. You know what? It's a good idea. Good. Yoda won. I'll be happy. I'll be extremely happy about that. Um, but if she loses, I won't be shocked that she lost.
Yeah, Mackenzie's too big for her. That's what I think.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. We got Mia. Mia Schreiner is in the house. Mia, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I just woke up.
Okay. Yeah. The benefits of not going to school the next day is you sleep in. Haha, great job. So Mia, what do you think about all this? I won't call it a debauchery because this is news. I guess I'd ask you too. What do you think about Yana Kunitskaya not being in the UFC 222 promo versus Cyborg?
I honestly haven't seen the UFC 222 promo. I think there was also another fighter who's been in there. I think they're just trying to shove the point more in that she's basically a nobody. I mean, I don't know much about her either. I mean, to most of us, it just feels like, let's be honest, Yana's gonna get chewed up.
So okay, so you think that Yana is just gonna get chewed? Well, I think we all got a consensus that we all think that Yana's gonna lose the fight, and I don't think nobody's disagreeing with that. It's just the fact that they're not really trying to. I don't know. Like me, I saw potential with okay, like hey, making this fight. Hey, this is the training partner of Holly Holm. You know, this is the training partner of Holly Holm. Wow. I mean, you might as well call Cyborg Jackson Wink Gym because I beat everybody in your whole gym. They could have took some kind of approach. Okay. And TJ, it's not that I'm trying to talk up. I ain't trying to talk her up, TJ. I'm just saying, like, for the fight's sake, for the featherweight division, that they still don't even have the ranking system yet. They don't have fighters yet. It would be good to try to at least try to promote this division a little bit better than what they're doing. Because it's not the fact that I'm trying to promote Yana. It's not Yana. It's the division. Like this division been active for what 14 months now, and there are no fighters listed. You have to Google the fighters. Go to the UFC's own website, Google them. Then you can find out who the fighters are. Okay, which it consists of Megan, Chris Cyborg, and they got Tanya Evinger in the division. They put Holly Holm in the division because Holly Holm don't want to go back. Okay, she don't want to go back into the bantamweight division. That's what she said. So why not? This is a division that they don't want to put fighters in. They just don't want to do it, which is baffling to me. Like, why? You got Cyborg, who's a star, who now she's a pay-per-view draw. So, okay, put these fighters in the division. I mean, you brought in Leah Letson. We know Leah Letson is going in there. And eventually, if Cyborg is around long enough, Leah Letson will have a shot at Cyborg. We know Megan Anderson will fight Cyborg. We know Megan, they're going to see, it's so much potential for this featherweight division. It's wasted, man. It's wasted. Like, do you know the kind of fights that they could build with some of the featherweights that's out there? And I know my man Roger would say, nope, 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 coach, ain't no money in it. But I think it is. I think it is. I don't know, guys. You guys kind of, I don't know. You guys tell me.
Hello?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm waiting on you guys.
Oh,
I
I don't know. I
think,
thought Ryan was talking. Oh.
Mary, you go first.
I didn't fully hear the question because he was breaking up, so I don't know.
Ah, crap. I broke up. I
On
just
my
got,
end, yeah.
I just got this microphone. Now be damn, another microphone. Just got it. Um, I just said that they could have did a better job of trying to promote the 145-pound division. That's what I was saying, basically.
They definitely could have, and they're still. That's why I'm saying they don't care, because they had over a year now to be doing this, and by now they should already have it under their belt, and they're not. And they're not even giving Cyborg enough contenders, and not just Cyborg. Like they're not holding it up. Period. They just have these little occasional 1 and 2 fights. They had Holly versus Jermaine and Amanda versus Jermaine, and now they have Megan. They're just letting Megan sit around, do whatever the hell she wants, not coming out to do her damn job, not fighting and everything, but she's still sitting out rolling her Twitter fingers and everything. It's just 145 division is a mess. It's worse than 135. And the question, like, I don't know, like they really seem to not care. 135 was okay until Ronda Rousey left, and 145 they don't care about Cyborg and they don't care about the division itself. They're just all the way. The one they really care about right now, they care about Strawweight and Flyweight. But Bantamweight, they pay a decent amount of attention to. Featherweight it's a lost cause. Far as I'm concerned, they're just it's what anything goes.
Wow. Well, Mary, you kind of hit the nail on the head. You know, and Mary, I've agreed with almost everything you said except for Joanna Jedrzejczyk. But we, you know, but other than that, Mary, everything else that you said, I think it's been okay. Okay,
What about
we got my see, there you go again. Don't you start that with me. Don't you start that with me, because I know. I just said I agree. I just said I agree with everything except for you know the Joanna Jedrzejczyk comments. But hey, listen. That's subject for another video. But we got my man Emaze and Eric is in the house. Emaze and Eric is here. He is not going to dance. He's a professional dancer. He dances well.
Professional.
Yes, he's a professional. This guy knows a lot
All
of
day
stuff.
long. All day long. Dancing is my main thing.
Man, this is my guy. This is my guy. You know, he was on. I mean, I done had some great channels on. BJ was on. I mean, Eric, what's going on, man?
What's up, people? I am so glad to be back here with everybody. What's up, fam? Everybody, Mary, Mia, everybody in the comment section. So glad to be back with you guys. It's been a while. I see a few likes. We need a few more likes in there. We got to push it up over 20. Come on now. Hit that like button. Y'all know what it is. Coach, I have to ask all three of you guys something right off the top. I got to ask all you guys something. Somebody wrote me. I was getting ready to start back up doing my videos, and I had a comment. Look at somebody. TJ already calling me the past master. I had a comment, and a guy asked me, he was talking about UFC 222, and he said, would it have been too hard for them just to put this fight on as a non-pay-per-view fight? So I said, let me ask Coach his thought on that, because, you know, we talk a lot about the promotion for Cyborg and Yana. And Coach, do you think it would have been disrespectful to Cyborg just to make this a non-pay-per-view fight and put it on as maybe a Fox UFC or a Fight Night or on FS1? What do you think about that?
I don't think it would have been disrespectful. I think they could have made a pay-per-view, but you know, they shouldn't have made it $60, $65. I think they should have just lowered the price. Okay, try to actually, you know, hey, like this is the training partner of Holly Holm. Like really try to get it, sell it. But don't charge people $65 for it. I think people would be more open-minded to paying $40, you know, $50, $49, or even, you know, hey, look, listen, hey, this is your once-in-a-lifetime chance to view the greatest champion on earth, Chris Cyborg. Hey, we'll charge you $40 for this pay-per-view extravaganza. You know, just take the hit, but try to build a division. You know, try to build, you know, the Dern 145-pound division. It's been 14 months. I've been counting, and they have not made any effort of building this division, in which I think the featherweight division has the most opportunity to actually, you know, be, as people would say, a moneymaker. I mean, they just signed Leah Lesson, you know, she's in. I mean, they you got Megan Anderson on the back wing, who's a trash talker. She's needed. I don't like her, but she needed. Then you got you know, Holly Holm has said that she's not going back to the bantamweight division. So you've got some people. You've got some people there. Now all you got to do is put more people in there, and just not for food for Cyborg, because Cyborg not going to be around. She got about 3 more years max, okay? So then you let some of these young girls get in there, establish themselves. Yeah, if they take a loss, great, but the division will flourish. You got the young comers like Leah coming in. You got other young fighters like Gabby Holloway that they trying to make a name that they want to get in. You got Arlene Blenko that, you know, she wants in. Like all of these younger fighters, man, they can make this division strong, and they're going to fight, man. They're going to fight each other. So charge people $45 for the pay-per-view. You know, build up Yana Kunitskaya a little bit. Like say, this is Holly Holm's training partner. Can she do what Holly can't do? Like you can imagine, oh yeah, this is another blonde girl that looks like Holly. Oh, wait a minute, is she better than Holly? You know, see, people will have those questions. You could sell this fight. Yana's going to fight. She's going to put up a good fight, okay? And she's not going to lay down. Okay, well, she'll lay down after she get hit. But she's not. She's gonna come in and fight hard, you know. And I just think the UFC did it a disservice, you know. I just think they did.
Yeah, because a lot of people were saying like this, it just seems like the hype around 222. Most people view this as kind of like a throwaway, or I've heard a lot of people say, I'm just going to stream it, or they're just going to watch the highlights. Mia said something I wanted to ask me about. Mia, you said something in the comment section right there. You were speaking about 125 division, and a lot of people are saying, what's up, Arpit Singh? I'm sorry, I just saw my man Singh said, what's up? What's up, bro? So I just wanted to ask Mia, what is a lot of people seem to think that 125, this is for all of you guys, Coach and Mary too. Everybody seems to think that 125 is the division, and I agree with that. But like Mia, what do you see? What fights do you see in 125 that make the 125 division so attractive to you?
it wouldn't necessarily be the fights themselves, because right now some of the people I feel like don't really deserve to be there for UFC caliber. But I could see it just as 125 and 115 being the natural division for most women when it comes to weight. I mean, finding people like the featherweight division, let's say that's 145, those people weigh maybe around 160 to 165. Finding women that are that strong and usually can do any sort of martial art is pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they do that. Mary, what do you think about that 125 division? Do you see that as the next glamour division? And super chat, TJ, coach showing some love.
Hey, that's just the way that is. Super chat, super chat, super chat. TJ, now his number is up to 4. He's bought equipment for 4 kids with the combined, and I keep a running total because I'm actually going to do a video on, just where their money going to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. So TJ is in the lead. He's helped more kids. Then it's Keith Brown, MMA. He's in a close second, and Reggie the Tree, he's in third because Reggie the Tree made a huge donation. And
nice.
Then George Page, I think George Page overall has donated, pretty good amount. He's donating. So all these guys, man. God, man, love these guys to death. Thank you, guys.
That's great. That's great. That's great. Sorry about that, Mary. We didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. We just had to show that super chat love. Mary, what's up with that 125 division? What do you see there?
Oh, well, any woman that's coming down from 135, basically, they're all gonna have that. And I kept on saying this, like these women from bantamweight, they're gonna give these former strawweights some really tough times. Most of them, not all of them, because some strawweights they can hold their own very well, but these women, not just because they have the weight advantage, but they're gonna have the strength advantage. They're gonna have the power advantage. The grappling is just gonna be so much different. They're gonna be, and to be honest, I think they're gonna be quicker too because they have less weight to carry, and it's just gonna be really crazy. It's gonna be battle of the former weights. It's gonna be former 135ers versus former 115ers. And that's really what I've been looking at. I'm looking at Liz Carmouche, and if I think Claudia said that she's considering going up there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So even she's gonna, and she's one of those that can hold her own. She could be strong enough to handle, a former Bantam. But the rest of them, especially these tough women, like the ones that came out the tough house, they're rude awakening. As the further they go up the caliber, the more they're going to work hard, the more they're going to see some real crazy shit coming towards them. And they're not going to know what to do right away. They're going to have to really get their stuff they're going to have to bust their ass to improve themselves and show people that they came out the tough house for a reason, that they were handed this chance for a reason, that it's not wasted, that they're good talent, they can be something.
That's what I'm talking about. Coach, can I ask you a question? Can I get your knowledge on something, Coach? Can I do
it? Yeah, man. Yeah, that's just the way that is.
That's just the way that is, bro. That's the way that is. Now, I hear you talk a lot about the featherweight division, and I know you have high hopes for the featherweight division. I do too. But I want to know, because I've never heard you, and I know I've been out of the loop here the last few weeks, so maybe you've already done this, but humor me. I've heard you talk about that, but you hear everybody talking about 125, the 125 division. What do you think about that division as a whole, and where do you see that division going? Do you believe in the hype? Everybody's excited about this division, or are you not feeling it? Talk to me about that division.
Okay, I got mixed feelings about this division. I think there are 3 legitimate fighters that came out of the tough tournament. There are only 3. That's 3 real legitimate ones. Some of them they're on the borderline with me, and I'm gonna talk about that first. The 3 legitimate fighters, I would say, is Nico Montano, Sarge Eubanks, and probably I would say Roxanne Modafferi. If Roxanne Modafferi wasn't 36, she's old, and her knees are bad, and Roxanne has a lot of injuries. So I'll say, and I count Roxanne as a half, and then I count Shayna Dobson, as another half that come out of that tournament. But those are like the only 3 fighters out of that 3 fighters, 2 halves, that to me that they'll be able to make it. They'll be able to survive. The rest of them, is filled with people like Valentina, Alexis Davis, Liz Carmouche. See, these are fighters, they're durable, and they're going to be able to withstand. You know, they got fighters like Rachel Ostovich, who I don't think that talent-wise she's ready. You know, it's just not. She don't have it yet. But then you got fighters like Jessie Rose Clark and Jessica Ai, who they're gonna make that division look good. You got Liz Chikugian. You know, those fighters, they're gonna make that division a very solid division. But they got a lot of baggage in that division. You know, they got a lot of, I call these girls, you know, ass whooping girls, where they just get these girls and beat them up. And it's a lot of them. And from that tough tournament, these ass whoop girls are going to be used to propel some of these fighters up in the top rankings. They're not. I don't think they're gonna make the mistake and put Valentina back in there with another one of these ass whoop girls. They're just not gonna do it. Okay, they're just gonna immediately push Valentina up for the title shot, and then, you know, there it is. Okay, it's just a lot of these women, they're not prepared. You know, the tough house, you fight some good fights, but these are people on that level. You know, but when you get to girls like, you know, Valentina, when you get to girls like you know, Valentina, Liz Carmouche, Rose Clark, Jessica Ai, they on a whole nother level of beating you down. They're on another level. They got skill sets that these girls ain't seen. I think if Sarge Eubanks can consistently make the weight, I think she's gonna make it. I think you know, I would if Roxanne Modafferi was 5 years younger, I would say she would make it. If you know, I think Shayna Dobson is gonna eventually make it. I think those fighters will make it. The rest of them, I think that they're going to have a tough time. Many of them, they're going to fall out and they're going to go back to Invicta to get their skill sets up. So, you know, I don't know. I see it as a division. They've got some fighters, but those tough fighters, they're going to have to really, they got to bring it, because they ain't going to make it. And then you got Joanna Jedrzejczyk coming into the division soon. So, I mean, where is a spot, you know? I mean, and if Valentina fight Nico, Valentina's the overwhelming favorite. Okay, so where does that leave Nico? Because now, can you picture what happens to Nico if Nico has to go back and fight the likes of Liz Carmouche? It's gonna be a tough fight. If she's got to go fight an Alexis Davis, you know, if she's got to fight a Jessica Ai. I mean, if she fight them fights, they rough. Like, Nico is gonna have a hard time in this division. It's not gonna be a cakewalk. So them tough fighters, either they're gonna make it or they're gonna be out of there. That's just how it is.
And who do we see as the top? Like, Mia, if you had to pick one fighter as the top of that 120, who's going to come out the queen of that division in your eyes?
Don't we already know?
I want to know. I just want to hear you say it, because I love when people say it. Say her name. Say it, Mia.
Everybody knows that Valentina is the uncrowned champ.
All right. So is anybody going to challenge her, though? Is there anybody you look at, Mia, that's at least a legitimate challenge for Valentina at that division?
Honestly, I don't see anybody beating her at 125. You're going to probably have to pull someone bigger.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What about you, Mary? You feel the same way on that?
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. Unless Amanda Nunes makes that weight to 125, there's nobody there. Nope.
Wow. Comment section. Y'all blow it up right now. Tell us what y'all think. Who do y'all think is the 125 queen? Put that name up there. Tay Brown in the house, coach.
Tay Brown. Tay Brown.
And that's the thing that's funny to me about this division, because everybody is saying this is the most exciting division. And I agree with that. But then when you ask everybody, well, who's going to be the best? Everybody's just like Mia. They say, duh, you already know who the best is. It's Valentina. So it's like, I guess people are more excited for the fights under Valentina, because it seems like we're all pretty unanimous. You look, Nessus, everybody's coming through. Well, it looks like someone said Eubanks. Brendan Burke said Eubanks. So we do have that there. But most people feel it's going to be Valentina. So, Coach, what do you think the excitement in the division is if everybody feels like it's going to be Valentina? Is it just because they feel like it's a lot of good fights like you just broke down under Valentina?
There are a lot of good fights under Valentina. There are going to be some good fights for Valentina. Because Valentina, she got a loss to avenge, even though it's a loss that I don't agree with. You know, I think she need to avenge that loss to Liz Carmouche. I mean, that fight got to happen. Then another fight on my radar, I keep saying Valentina need to go fight Alexis Davis, beat Alexis Davis, okay? Beat Nico for the belt, and then go back and say, okay, Amanda Nunes, let's do this again. See, that's what need to happen. Because if Valentina go in there, okay, beat Liz Carmouche, oh, okay, yeah, you know, okay, well, I avenged my loss. Then she go in there and she beat Alexis Davis. Hey, I beat one of the last people to beat Amanda Nunes. Oh, dang it. So now Valentina can say, well, I beat the woman that beat you. I took the belt. Let's do a champion versus champion match. That's what need to happen.
Yeah, that'd be a good one right there. And then people are talking about Nico. I saw a comment. I can't think of who said this, but they said Nico was like an inmate waiting on the electric chair. I said, y'all wrong for that kind of talk. Y'all don't need to talk about that. Like, talk about Nico like that. So what about, I heard somebody wanted us to talk about, guys, everybody, Mary, Mia, they wanted us to talk about KGB Lee and her coming in. Someone up earlier said, can we talk about that? Coach, we'll start with you. Where do you see KGB Lee fitting in when she comes into the UFC, and what kind of noise do you think she's going to make?
I think KGB Lee is going to do a great job. She's going to come in. She's going to have to be able to deal, okay? It's not going to be an easy road for KGB Lee because eventually, as Mia said, Valentina is the uncrowned champion until the furtherwise unproven. KGB Lee, they're gonna move her up pretty quickly. They'll give her somebody like they did Valentina for her to beat up, and then she'll go beat that person up. I don't know who to ask what woman to be. It'll be nice if they put in there Paige Van Zandt. I would love to see Paige Van Zandt get beat up again, but I probably won't get that wish. But they may put her in there with somebody ranked. They may even throw in there with Shayna Dobson. She beat Shayna Dobson, then they're gonna immediately push her up. Then who would she fight? She got to get through a Jessica I. Jessie Rose Clark is no pushover. She ain't no joke. I mean, she's gonna have to fight to get to a title shot. They just not gonna give it to her. And KGB Lee got some holes in her game. It's very few, but she got enough holes in her games to where if she fought a Valentina gonna see him and beat her. Caitlin Chookagian versus KGB Lee would be a good fight. Jessica I would definitely be a good fight with KGB Lee because Jessica I is at her weight class that she needs to be at. So I mean, there can be some exciting matchups for Andrea KGB Lee, but they got to do it right. They cannot, they can't throw her in there like just throw her in there with and Alexis Davis, her first fight in there. Don't do that because Alexis isn't. You think KGB good on the ground? Alexis Davis is very good on the ground. So don't throw her in there with Alexis yet. No. Let KGB Lee, let the girl mature, let her have a couple of fights, and then put her in there, put her in the mix.
Boom. What do you see with KGB Lee, Amir? How do you see KGB Lee working into the UFC?
Is she gonna come up clean?
Ooh, shade. Somebody throwing shade up in here.
There's the man.
I know TJ liked that, Mary. TJ liked when you said that. So let's say she does come up clean, Mary. That's another discussion. But if she's clean, how do you see her fitting? You see TJ over there, he loves that. How do you see her fitting into the UFC?
I think she'll fit up okay. Like you said, she needs to improve herself a bit because she's still a little bit fresh. But the more she understands the game and the more she works on it and the more she becomes well-rounded, because that's what you need. You need to be well-rounded. You can't just specialize yourself in something and expect to always ride on that because there's always going to be somebody that's going to be able to take that away from you. You have to be well-rounded. You just have to. And the more you build yourself, the more she'll go up. And, she could make her way into top contention, but I don't see her making it past. I don't see her getting close enough to a title shot at this point. But I think if she puts in the work that she needs to, yeah, she could fit in.
Do you think she can beat the level of do you see her being better than the Jessica I level of that division? Or do you think that's where she's going to flame out right around there?
Yeah, she could flame out right around, especially the way how people know, people within that ranking, they've seen it all already. So anything Andrea will bring, she gonna have to bring it 100%, or else she'll just get negated. That's how I feel.
I hear you. So what about you, Mia? What's your thoughts on KGB Lee as she enters the UFC? How do you think that's going to work out?
Is KGB the person who fought Mandy Poke with her eyes closed?
She told Mia is the queen of the one-liners. I love Mia's one-liners. She can just jump in with these great one-liners. But yeah. Okay, that person. How do you think she's going to fit in?
I think she will beat some people, but she won't be in the elite. Okay, that's really, really bad if you strike with your eyes closed. I mean, striking one-on-one, the first thing you learn is keep your not make sure your eyes are wandering when people are throwing punches at you, and just to keep your eyes open. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Come on, Mia. Come on, KGB Lee.
More shade, Coach. Shade.
KGB Lee beat the living piss. I mean, she beat the urinalysis out of Mandy Pope. Man, Mandy Pope, tell me about that bodybuilder. Come on. She didn't have, she could have, look, she could have been sleeping and beaten Mandy Pope. Come on now. Come on,
Get
Mia.
him, Mia. Don't let him do that to you, Mia. Tell him about it, Mia.
Come on, Mia King. Come on. Stay in school.
Well, I think, Mia, what do you think about the level? Where do you think KGB's level stops? Because you said you think she'll beat some people. Like, give us a contender there. Okay, let's say Jessica, just like we asked Mary. How do you see KGB Lee versus Jessica turning out? I think we might have lost Mia.
Hold on, Mia. God dog, man. Okay.
Her versus Jessica I.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that Jessica I has done a surprisingly good job despite the losses. I mean, she's been fighting bantamweights, which is not in her weight class. I mean, she knew that going in, so I don't understand why she's making excuses for it. And I remember I looked it up later that she beat her, Miesha Tate. Miesha Tate beat her in the overtime, just at a pure grappling thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yet I would say that KGB is also, I think she's a 3 times BJJ world champion. So I'm not sure, although I'd probably have to pick KGB in a pure grappling match.
I hear you. Coach, what's your thoughts on that fight? KGB and Jessica.
Man, torn here. I think it's a 50-50 fight. But I think Jessica got a chip on her shoulder. Paige Van Zandt dissed her, didn't take the fight. She's been going through a lot of the mental stuff, but she's wrestling. Jessica is professional wrestling as well, But I think I would have to go more with Jessica because Jessica got a chip on her shoulder. And Jessica would come in there and really try to work around the technical prowess of KGB Lee because to be honest, if KGB Lee can get you to the ground, she's gonna end up submitting you. That's her strong point. And Mia is right. Striking isn't her strong point.
Mm-hmm.
Her low leg kicks are getting much, much better, but it's just not her thing. Now when she's on the ground and she can try to submit you, that's what she's gonna do. She don't want the fight to go to distance. She's gonna submit you. So I think Jessica Otto is a bit more rough, and Jessica got so much more to lose that she's comfortable now at this weight class. And Jessica, she's on what wins? I think she's on a 1-2 fight win streak now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be accurate. I'm doing this off the dome. I
think it's 2, Coach, but I don't want to be quoted. But
I'm just too lazy to look it up. Okay, damn it, I'm too lazy to look it up. Okay, too lazy to look it up, and Jessica. She's she got a win. Okay, she got a win versus I don't know who she beat. She beat Kalinda. She beat one of them. Anyway, she on a win streak, so I think she will win. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say something, Coach, that you said, and I want to know what the panel thinks about this, because you said we probably won't get to see KGB Lee versus Paige Van Zandt. I think we will get to see that fight, and I'm going to tell you why I think we're going to get to see that fight. I think Dana is willing to do that fight because KGB Lee is going to be like the new Paige Van Zandt, because if you just look in our comment section, as soon as we break, some fighters just move the needle. People like look in the comment section. Some people are saying she's a hype job. Then we got my man George and my man Leon in here saying, no, she's not a hype job. We got all these people going back and forth about it. KGB Lee moves the needle like that. Then we had a couple of the fellas saying, I like to see her in the weigh-in. Let's keep it real. That's part of her appeal too with some of the fans. And I really think that Dana would say, KGB Lee could almost be the new Paige Van Zandt, and I'm sure he believes more in KGB Lee as a fighter than Paige. I personally think we could see that fight. I don't think Dana would mind, because if KGB Lee beats Paige like that, then she kind of takes the mantle. What do you guys think about that? You think I could be totally off right there, but I think that's possible.
What?
No, Paige looks a bit better than Andrea, though. I don't think Andrea can just take Paige's place as far as appeal-wise, but I think Andrea is a better fighter than Paige. So, yeah, Andrea could beat Paige, but she's not just going to get the attention that Paige does.
Yeah. Coach, you had something. I know you had something. Go ahead.
Man, please. All Andrea Lee got to do is win. Come on. Yeah. She looked better than Paige Van Zandt. Listen, man, And look, I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. You know,
keep it real. Keep it 100.
Paige is like Paige is thin. You know, she looked like, you know, you take a 2x4, you stand that bad boy up. That's Paige Van Zandt.
Coach, I keep telling you, different strokes for different folks, man. How many times have we said that?
Listen. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm trying to break this down because, you know, I know George Page understands this. I know George will get this right now. George is gonna get this. George, I need your back on this, okay? George, you be the only one at bat because Eric gonna try to diss me right now. I need you, George. Okay. KGB Lee, you know, she's shapely. She's shapely.
Hey, man, we're not gonna start doing this.
Got a nice figure. And listen, and she can fight. See, she different from Paige. KGB Lee can actually fight, and Paige Van Zandt cannot. That's just how it is.
I think I see Dana making that fight. I'm sorry. And I'm not going to start talking objectifying these women and talking about their shapes. We're not going to do that. But
it doesn't matter. Listen, I'm just trying to say the fight will get made. But
I think it'll be,
you know, if people saying that, you know, KGB Lee won't be as appealing, that what? Come on, it's a lie. That's just a lie. Stop it. Stop this. Okay.
But all you gotta do is look at the comment section when the guys heard KGB Lee's name. We won't say it because we don't want to make this about women's figures and stuff. We're not gonna do that. But I'm saying she moves the needle in that way. I'll just look at the proof is in the comment section right now. So, but we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna make this about that. But I think if they fight, I can just see that fight. I can see Dana making that fight. I really can see him trying to make that fight. And I think she's, you know, she looks to be the better fighter of the two. So we can see that, you know, that fight. But what's going to happen with her when she moves up? What do we think is her chances? I'm sorry. Keith Brown in the house. Super chat. Keith Brown. Keith. What's up, Keith? Let us know, Keith. And maybe you let people know already about your fight coming up. I haven't heard anything about that. Much luck to you if you haven't had that fight yet. So anyway, look at George getting on me. We always talk about we're not gonna talk about the figures, George. We got to keep this thing peaceful.
We weren't talking about the figures, but just somebody made the comment that said that Paige Van Zandt. I can't remember who said it. Somebody said Paige Van Zandt is more, I guess, appealing than Andrew KGB Lee, and I was just proving my point with that. I wasn't trying to.
Oh no, I wasn't talking body wise. I just meant in the face.
God dog, Mary. God dog.
Different strokes for different.
Look what you did, Mary. This is all your dang on fault. You started this.
Mary, don't worry about it.
You got George Page. He's on a mission in the comment section thanks to you.
What he did, I didn't read.
Don't read it, Mary. Don't do that.
Mary, this all, and you're making a bad impression on Mia right now, Mary. You need to apologize.
Hey, we know more stuff than you think she does.
I'm messing with y'all.
Coach, Keith Brown said his fight is today. So Keith Brown's fight is today. Keith, best of luck, bro. Go out there and handle your business. We believe in you. Go out there and do your thing, man. Prayers up. Do a great job. So, but anyway, Coach, what do you guys think about this? I'm trying to go back and get everything they asked us about in the comment sections we were talking. Let's talk a little bit quick, if you guys don't mind. We got a few more minutes here for me. I wanted to ask you guys before I have to get out of here. What do you guys think about Cyborg and this whole boxing thing? We also see you break his calling out. Do we really think Cyborg, is she just going to fight her last 3 years out here, Coach, starting with you in the MMA, or do you legitimately think Cyborg is going to go over and start doing some boxing too?
Yeah, I think she's going to box. Cyborg got to get out the game. It's time to retire, you know. I think Cyborg is actually doing some promotions too. You know, she's promoting events. And, you know, she's going to do it over in the Brazilian market because she's big over there. So it's a win-win. And I'm sure she'll probably box, Cecilia. She's going to box a couple of boxing matches, and then I think she's going to be out the game. I give Cyborg 3.5, maybe to 4 years, and, you know, she's going to go. And she's trying to cash out. That's why she's being there. They're hard to deal with in negotiations, you know. They're sitting there, you know, trying to get the fights hashed out, and Cyborg, they playing tough ball. But, you know, there's only so many more fights she's going to be able to do. Unfortunately, in this business, if you don't, you know, make the money while you can, your body it's not gonna respond. Like, you know, just look at Roxanne Modafferi, you know, not picking on her, but she's fought in so many fights. Roxanne done had during there, 35 fights. And, you know, she still hadn't reached the pinnacle of what she want to make financially. You know, it's just not been there. So, you know, you don't want to be old and, you know, your body breaking down and you just can't do what you got to do, because once you're done fighting, that's it. You can't go back. You can't, you know, substitute. There's no retirement plan. You have to make the money, get out, and then fall back on something else. So Cyborg is going to fall back on, you know, she does training. You know, she teaches people how to, you know, she does fitness classes, she does Zumba. You know, she also does her promotion deal. And I think Cyborg Nation will be a top promotional company. And probably, in my opinion, I think she's going to rival that of the UFC with enough time. You know, she's already got a couple of fighters, you know, that's signed to her. So this is really good news for Cyborg and what she's going to do, because I don't blame her, man. And see, her boyfriend, Ray Ellaby, he's very intelligent because he knew that, you know, Cyborg could be a draw. And she is a draw. She's a draw right now. Okay. Since, you know, there's no Ronda Rousey, there's, you know, she's the top draw in women's MMA right now. It's Chris Cyborg. So Ray Ellaby and Chris, they're going to maximize that. They're going to do what they can to make the most money. They're going to play hardball. And I guarantee you, when she get the bout booked with Megan Anderson, you can better believe that they're going to try to go for $1 million for that fight. They're going to try. I don't know if they'll get it, but he's going to try to make it a point to where they're going to get that money. And she's going to reinvest the money, like in her promotional company. You know, Chris Cyborg got like a book coming out. I mean, it's just all kind of stuff that she's got her hands in. So it's that time, you know, it's that time. Yeah. It's what it is.
Looks like that's it. Mia, I have to ask Mia a question, because I don't know how much you are into women's boxing, Mia, but do you, as an MMA fan, think a fighter like Cyborg, if she goes over and she starts boxing, do you think that will carry over? Do you think Cyborg could bring more attention to women's boxing? Or would you just be like, if she's boxing, I'm not paying attention to it? What do you think about that?
I think she would bring more eyes to the sport. I'm not sure how well she'd do. I think she'd have more of a chance against Cecilia than Clarissa, because we've all seen what Clarissa did. She would not win that one. I honestly want to see Jirina Bars versus Cyborg 2, because that one was closer and that one was really exciting.
Yeah, that was a great fight. That was a really, really good fight. Mary, what do you think about Cyborg in boxing? Do you think this is a good idea, or do you think she should just stay with the UFC and the MMA?
I think it's a nice idea. Cyborg doesn't have to be the best to have a good time and to be successful in it. She just needs to make sure that it's holding up very well. You know, she doesn't have to be the lead one. She can have fighters signed under her. She can have her own company and everything. She has enough resources, enough tools to make this whole thing work. And in boxing, she's not going to be a slouch either. You know, it'll be less effort. I mean, it'll be more, because she'll have to deal with the hands more, but she was dealing with the hands anyway. You barely see her throw much of a kick. So it's not going to be any different with her. She'll be good. She'll be just good.
I think she will too. Coach, we had a few, look like Nessus 12 said it, a few people, they said Cyborg cannot box at that level. Bringing the heat in the comment section. I want to get your opinion on this, Coach. I want you to speak to our audience out here. What about the group of people that said Cyborg just really can't box at their professional level? Do you agree with that? If you don't, tell us why not. Did we lose the coach?
No, you can't lose the coach.
Get the new microphone working, Coach. It's brand new. Let's go.
Hey, I got you. Completely disagree. That's hogwash. Okay, blasphemous. That's just blasphemous. Okay. Nexus, let me just go ahead and respond to you. And I'm gonna tell you, assume the position. Okay. Assume the position, Nexus.
That's Fall okay. Back. That's okay. Come back with your answer.
Fall back. Not only can Chris Cyborg box on that level, what about all these people who said that if Chris Cyborg stand with Holly Holm, she would be head kicked to the canvas? Nexus, how you gonna explain that? How you gonna explain it? Chris Cyborg outboxed Holly Holm. What are you gonna do to explain that one, buddy? She went in there, she sparred 6 hard rounds with Clarissa Shields, a world champion boxer. How you gonna explain that? Clarissa Shields is a professional boxer. She said Chris Cyborg would definitely do well in boxing. How are you gonna explain this? Who you think I'm gonna believe? You or Clarissa Shields at Nessus? Huh? Who do you think I'm going to believe? Assume the position. Assume the position, bow down, and just say, Coach, you know what? I think you're right on this one. Assume the position right now, sir.
Don't do it. I got your back, Nessus. I got your back, Nessus.
Assume the position. Because Chris Cyborg will get in there. She will be able to box. Okay? All these Cyborg haters, she's going to come in, okay?
Ed Harris, Coach. Ed Harris just said, and she got outclassed. Ed Harris bringing that heat.
She didn't get outclassed. She actually had her moments. She had her moments in the fight. She didn't, you know, she wasn't totally like getting dominated. And you had Clarissa. She ain't gonna lie. Clarissa is a straight shooter. She was like, look, Chris Cyborg can throw some hands. Okay, she got some hands. She'll be good. You know, she just need to work on X, Y, and Z. That's what Clarissa said. But you saw in that sparring match, man. Come on, Cyborg wasn't getting bullied around and beat up. I mean, she held on. They were both throwing some blows, both of them. But Clarissa got the best of that. You know, I give her that. But I think she could go in there and win a boxing match. That's the same thing they said when she was in a Muay Thai matchup against. She was in a Muay Thai matchup, and you know, they said, man, I don't know how Chris Cyborg, because it seems like that JoJo Bars is really doing a number. And what did Chris do? Chris started to come back in that fight against Joanna Bars. And Muay Thai, that wasn't even her discipline back when she fought Joanna Bars. Okay, wasn't a discipline. She just stepped into it because wasn't nobody fight her in MMA, and she said, okay, hell, I'll do Muay Thai. Come on. Try it again.
Oh, let's bring Nessus back. I got to give Nessus his chance. It says Breakers has more of a chance than bearing Cyborg than Cyborg has at our boxing. Cecilia has some kickboxing experience too. Okay, he was talking about something.
Weight matters. Okay, Chris Cyborg is much bigger than Cecilia Brackets. Okay, and people don't understand in boxing and in MMA that weight matters. Okay, you can't have anybody ever seen the video of Terrence Crawford? He was sparring this big heavyweight guy over 200 pounds.
Yes, I saw it.
You saw it. What was Terrence Crawford doing? Did Terrence Crawford standing there?
No.
No, he was backing up, wasn't he?
Moving.
Pot shot and moving. Chris Cyborg is a big woman. And in the boxing ring, she's going to come in heavier than Cecilia Brackets, okay? Now, I'm not saying that, okay, Chris will ultimately win the fight, but she's going to have that size advantage. She's fast. She can move. Okay, that's going to be a good fight. Chris Cyborg not finna get in there and get blown out in a boxing match. That's stupid. She's not. She's going to hit, and she's going to land. That right hand is going to find its mark, and it's going to hit. It's going to land. You know, my question is, what is Cecilia Brackets going to do when it hit? Because Cyborg ain't got nothing to lose. Chris ain't got nothing to lose in a boxing match. It's a boxing match. Because Chris, if she lose, she could say, well, you know, if it was an MMA match, I win. You know, and people would go along with that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. True.
Well, then, coach, you have to think about it like this too. Now, Cecilia sparred Cyborg for 6 rounds, and whatever she felt from her power didn't run her off, because Cecilia is very open and adamant about saying she wants a boxing match with Cyborg. So whatever she felt in there didn't freak her out enough to where she was like, I don't want to do this with smaller gloves and no headgear. So Cecilia still seems to feel confident that she could do well against Cyborg after sparring her.
Probably, you know, I mean, Cecilia, I'm sure she's confident, but see, you know, there's one thing I got to tell y'all, you know, about sparring versus a real bout. You can be fighting hard in a sparring matchup. You got headgear on, you know, the gloves are bigger. Yeah, you know, but when it is a real bout, now the person not trying to, you know, like get working, the person trying to take your head off and knock you out. There's a difference. Yeah. And I definitely don't look at a sparring tape and say, oh, this is what's going to happen. Nah, I don't base nothing off sparring. And, you know, I don't, because when the fight happened, just like people, who was that? People saying, now I don't want to mention them. I can't stand Golden Girl. But I found another example. Errol Spence, you know, when he was sparring, crap, I can't remember who that was he sparred, and then he went in there and beat him, you know, when he's first in the Olympics, when he was first, like, coming up in the ranks. Terrence Crawford sparred some people that he beat, you know, they got the best of him in sparring, and he beat them in a real bout. Sparring and fighting, it's not the same thing. It's not. It's totally different.
Yeah, that's true. Mary, do you think that Dana's plan to move into boxing has a lot to do with Chris Cyborg? Do you think that's one of the things he's looking at, like, this can be one of my first, and this is for the panel because I don't know this. I'm asking all of you guys this. Will Dana be able to control Cyborg in boxing, or is his contract just exclusive for mixed martial arts?
Hell no. Dana don't give a damn about Cyborg. If anything, his boxing movement probably has something to do with McGregor and Mayweather. I would think it's that, because I think they've been, I mean, ever since McGregor stepped out of his MMA way to go box with Mayweather, that's when people have started thinking of the idea that UFC should do more than just MMA. It should do all types of fights. It should just go to boxing next. So, nah, Dana White is thinking way past Cyborg. Dana White just wants to have more power, more ways to get his profits in, more ways to draw people, and more pay-per-views. That's what he's on. It's not just Cyborg.
I hear you. That makes sense. What do you think about that, Coach?
Yeah, I think Dana White needed for boxing anyway, because he'll probably make these guys fight each other, then we won't be dealing with this
Yeah.
Keith Thurman and his ponytail and,
Uh-huh.
Anthony Joshua and, the human
Yeah.
tank and, we won't be dealing with this crap, man.
I
So
want Dana in boxing. As a boxing fan, I want him to come over because he does make his guys, like I say, Stipe and Francis. If that was boxing, we never get that fight.
no, we'll still be talking about it.
We still be talking about Francis and Stipe, but look how they came up. Dana was like, "You're fighting next." So after everything people say about Dana, I will say, as a boxing fan, I hope he does well in boxing because he makes the guys fight each other. And he makes the ladies fight each other. So I like that.
Yeah, and Keith Brown is in the comment section. He actually helped educate me. It was Lamont Peterson. So Keith Brown knows his boxing, and he's got a bout tonight, y'all. So Keith, come back tonight, man. When you get done, man, that's we gotta do a live stream, and you gotta tell us how everything went, because I kind of keep up with Keith, and Keith hit me up a few times behind the scenes, man. So good dude.
Yeah, Keith, we're great dude, great dude. We love Keith Brown.
Appreciate you, Keith.
So we do. Mia told George she's trolling, and he probably is, because that's what George does. No, I'm just playing. I love you, George. I'm joking. That's my brother, George. That's my dude.
Yeah, you got a channel, George and TJ, man. They coming to support it, man. They coming. They're gonna be there to the end, brother. I appreciate these guys. I love these guys to death.
Yeah.
Talk to TJ. I ain't talked to George yet, man. Hey, Eric. What do you think the likelihood of getting George Page on here?
I want to. I've been waiting on George to come on, man. George, if you don't have to jump on today, but one of these days, I really want George. And I haven't had a chance yet to be on with TJ. I want to get on with TJ too. So I would love to get that done. Man,
TJ, man. Every time I ask him, man, TJ, man, he busy, man. I mean, he be on the road a lot, man. So it'd be nice, man, if my boy TJ would come on tonight, man, after the fights, man. It'd be great.
Oh, hint, because I'm going to try to jump back on myself too tonight. I'll see if we can make that happen. You see him dropping that hint. But I want to ask you guys this before I get ready to jump out of here, because I got to jump out of here.
Eric, stop,
I see it.
78 Sports TV is in the building.
What's up, bro?
Oh, man. Hot dog. LDBC, man. Eric, wait a minute. I think you got to properly introduce him, man.
You want me to do it?
Yeah,
you want me to do it?
Eric, do it.
You want me to get it? Because I can get it if you want me to get it. Okay, I got it if you want me to get it. Let me tell everybody. We got the general, the chief, the captain. When you talk about OGs, let me say this real quick, and this is not just pulling 78 or even blood boxing. When you talk about OGs at the whole LDBC, even the YouTube boxing community, because he goes before they even start you got an original guy who came in here, set the format up, had a lot of us watching before we ever started making videos. We were checking out 78 Sports TV. We were checking out Blood Boxing, gave us the courage to jump in here and do it ourselves. So you have an OG, the original, the one and only, the man, LDBC in the house, 78 Sports TV. What's up with it, y'all?
Man.
So he got to drop it for him.
Y'all better go ahead. Y'all better get to his channel.
Go subscribe today.
He said, "What's up?" Click on his icon. Hit that go to channel button, and then hit that subscribe button to 78 Sports TV. That's the realest channel on YouTube. The guy behind the scenes, as I know, he's helped me increase my financial income in my house. I tell that story a lot. The brother is a good brother, man. He know his stuff, guys. That's underground fight talk at its best. Okay. You're going to get the real. You're going to get the real. There's no sugarcoating, no buck dancing, none of it. Bruh, it's good, honest fight talk, and it's unbiased. It's unbiased fight talk, y'all. Unbiased. Not like here, where it's biased. Unbiased.
It's all good. Oh, it looks like the George got a guy here. All right, George, peace. Maybe we'll see you tonight. I'm gonna try to jump back on too, bro, when we do that. But yeah, that's all good. I always think when it comes to like when you say like OG people are OGs, if you want to do it like in the boxing sport, I look at how people talk about the glamour division of boxing, the old days when they talk about Hagler and Hearns and Duran and Leonard. When you talk about 78 and Blood and those guys, you're talking about that. That's, these guys they just got that OG form to them. And some people call themselves OGs, but they're really not. So it's always good to have those big brothers around doing that. But anyway, I just wanted to say that again, before I jump out of here, shout out to Keith Brown, shout out to everybody. And I have to ask you guys about this. Coach, I want to ask you point blank. Can Cyborg win a championship in boxing? That's what I was getting ready to ask Mia and Mary and you. Can Cyborg actually come through and win a belt in boxing, or will it just be a money grab for her?
I think Cyborg can win boxing matches. Now, if we're talking like championship with Cecilia, I could see that maybe happening. But with Clarissa, I just don't see it happening. I think it's possible, but I'm not 100% sure.
What about you, Mary? Can she win one?
Yeah, of course she can win one. I mean, it's not like she's just this newcomer that's just learning how to fight and everything. If you know how to fight with hands already, all you have to do is specialize yourself, change your stance, of course. There's just a few things that you got to tweak and remember not to try to slam the person because I know a lot of people who come from MMA to boxing, they end up trying to like clinch and stuff, and then they they end up getting DQ'd. But I think Cyborg is disciplined enough to not do that. She can win, you know. And championship rounds, it may take a great deal of work because it's not like MMA. It's something different, and you're gonna meet people with different skills because it's more of a limited sport. So if she adjusts to it, she has a good chance of winning. I'm not gonna say she definitely gonna win, but yes, she can. It's possible.
Well, Coach, before I kick it to Coach, great answers for Mia and Mary. I want to tell you that George and TJ both said it's a money grab, Coach. So before I kick it to you and say, can she actually win a title, I'm letting you know that your two dudes, George and TJ, said it's a money grab. How you going to explain that, Coach?
Well, clearly these guys have, they've been hanging around Megan Anderson and Holly Holm fans for too long, and I think it's starting to rub off on them. I think that these guys are, they're great guys, but me being a Cyborg fan that I am, I have to be biased right now. I have to be. And yes, depending on the weight class now, I think she can do it. I think she can do it as long as she's not fighting Clarissa Shields. Okay, she can do it. Okay. Now the question is, what weight class could she do it at? See, that would be the question. Would she have to go up to 54? I mean, and try to do it? That might be a comfortable weight class she can make it in, but could she go down to welterweight? I mean, Eric, who knows?
Yeah.
But as long as she's not fighting Clarissa Shields, I think she's good to go.
So you think she can get Cecilia, right?
Eric, you're asking a tough question. I think that's
I'm putting it on you, bro.
Okay. They wouldn't be in the same weight class. There you go.
Yeah, okay. I hear you. And TJ just said debunked, Coach. So TJ thinks he got you right there. He said he got you.
He's not going to debunk anything. He's going to be I'm going to be undebunked because I'm going to debunk him. Yeah. I'll tell you what though, TJ. Tell you what, I'll do this. I'll just I'll forego that question and go watch Dragon Ball Z when it come on.
There you go. I will too. As soon as I get back this evening, I got to catch up. Okay, last one. I keep thinking one more. I wanted to ask you this. Mia, I want to ask Mia and Mary this first, but I want to hear the answers. Do we think somebody wrote me the other day and asked me this, but okay, Mary's got a roll. Okay, but I want to ask Mia this. Do we think that Holly Holmes is done? What do you see next for Holly Holm, Mia? What do you think is going to happen with her next?
Love you, Mary.
Much love, Mary.
For Holly Holm to do what again?
Do you think she's done? Do you see another run in here for Holly? Do you see her retiring or going away? What do you think is next for her? Somebody mentioned that earlier, and I wanted to cover that before we got out of here.
I think Holly mentioned that she wants a couple more fights, but honestly, if she retired, I don't blame her. She's received a lot of damage, and she just wants to be out with it. She would be fine. I mean, she's earned a lot of money.
Yeah, I agree. Coach, what do you think about that?
One more time. What's the question? I was
What do you think? Somebody asked us earlier, we were talking about something else, and before we wrapped up, I wanted to get in everybody's questions. They asked us, do we think Holly's just gonna ride off into the sunset, or do you think it's a legitimate future out there with some other big fights for Holly Holm?
Yeah, in the 145-pound division, there's some fights they can make. Letson versus Holm versus Anderson. Wow, not a lot of fights, huh? And, they're talking about a rematch with her and Cyborg. So, I mean, there's some couple of fights. But then after that, She gonna have to ride into the sunset because that Jackson Winklejohn curse is real. And I keep trying to tell people that that Jackson Wink curse, that thing come, that thing catch you, you know, and I have to get me a bottle of, I got some holy water. I'm gonna sprinkle that on me if I ever go to the Jackson Wink gym. If I were to shake Holly Holm's hand, I will put that holy water on me and pray. And I would say, you know, God, Yahshua, I need you to protect me from the curse of the Jackson Wink gym.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. And that's just how it is. That's just how it is, Eric. Okay.
Oh,
if you're not going to tell me that there's a curse in that gym, I don't know. Because, you know, you got Holly Holmes can't buy a fight. John Jones can't stay clean. You got Carlos Condit got knocked out. You know, I mean, folks, what's going on in that gym? What's going on in that gym? Like, really? And then you got the guy, what's his name? We don't forgot his name. What's his name? Mark, the guy that made them comments about, Mark Aragon. Got him that made the gym look bad. Now, Greg Jackson talking about he doing police seminars. What the hell is going on at the Jackson Wink gym? I don't know.
We don't know. How they going to explain this?
How they going to explain this?
Shout out to Marcus Bell. I just saw Marcus Bell was in there. What's up, Marcus Bell? He's in the house too. But anyway, Coach, I'm going to jump off here. So good to be back with you guys. I missed everybody. I will be back soon. I'm going to try to jump back on tonight. It's good to be back in the house. And Coach, give me a call a little bit later on after you wrap up the podcast. Mia, it was a pleasure. It's always being on with you. You're awesome. Thanks to Mary Brown. And I'll be talking to you guys again soon.
Yeah, and I'm gonna probably head on out of here. I'm finna go do something you guys don't do. I'm not finna eat. I'm finna go get a nice, healthy salad. That's what some of you dudes need to do. Some of you guys eat too much. Stop eating. Stop eating at McDonald's. Stop eating Pizza Hut, Domino's. Stop eating all that.
What
crap.
about Taco Bell, Coach? Taco Bell.
Nah, man, that's Taco Hell.
Okay.
Don't send you straight to eat that crap. All right.
I'm out. Peace and love from me. I'm out.
Thank you on behalf of Sports Scrutiny with BJ Johnson, E-Mays and Eric. Shout out to my homegirl Mia. She's always here. Mia, appreciate it. Mia, let me ask you a quick question. If I do a live stream tonight, you want to come back on? If you got some time?
When would it be?
Right after the fights. It would be shoot. Oh, you 3 hours away from me. Crap. So it'll have to be like I can push it later. Just I can try. I can work it around your time if you can come in.
Yeah, if it's later in the night, I can do it.
Okay. All right. Well, Mia, thank you. Thank you, Mary Thomas. Thank you to Reggie the Tree. Thank you to Keith Brown, MMA and Boxing. Thank you, George Page. Thank you to TJ347. Thank you to BJ for all your super chat donations. TJ347 is at the top of the super chat list, and guys, you know that money went to all. It's going to the children. That I get them equipment. I'm a track coach. I coach different kind of sports with them. So a lot of different equipment that I buy them. So thank you guys. And Mia, anything else you want to say?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. All right. And let's see.